y'all, hey, welcome to your reading for August 2023. Pause. It's August. What is going on? Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and hop into this reading. This reading is going to be for all 12 zodiac signs. These are going to be very quick hitters to tell you what you can expect in the month, maybe your emotions or what you are experiencing throughout the month. I might incorporate love and career, depends on where your reading is going. So, just letting y'all know. But this is just a quick little recap. We're going to go ahead and hop right in. And we're actually going to start with Leo, since it is Leo season, and Leo Venus retrograde. Okay, bye. Hey Leo, welcome to your read for August 2023. Happy birthday, by the way. So let's go ahead and hop in. We're actually going to do an oracle card just to give you an overall message for the month, and then we're going to get into these tarot cards. Okay, so your card for August 2023 is Truth. Ooh, let's see what type of truth we're going to be hit with, Leo. Now, this truth card can go in multiple directions. This can be a truth where if you find yourself holding back, Leo, not telling someone the truth, I don't really sense that you or maybe anybody in your life may be attempting to be dishonest more than it's like withholding. And so if that's the case, this month may be the month where you may want to fess up because you may be put in positions where the truth may come out. And again, this can be for you or this can be for somebody else in your life. But in either way, this is a month of things to be illuminated. This could also be you living more in your truth, where it's like you may have been being quiet or you may have been subduing yourself in some way. This month, it may be kind of hard for you to contain those things. And you just want to be yourself. And that could be, like I said, good or bad. It could be you deciding to really walk into your power with something that you've been trying to do, or it can just be like, this is who I am, or this is my situation, and let me just fess up to it, okay? What does Leo need to know about August 2023? Let's see. First card out, Knight of Cups. What does Leo need to know about August 2023? Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Leos need to know about August 2023? Six of Swords. What does Leo need to know about August 2023? The Emperor. Ooh, interesting message coming up. Something about control. Something about... Bear with me, hold on. What does Leo need to know? What does Leo need to know about August 2023? Sun, Moon, and Rising. Six of Pentacles. Justice in reverse. The Sun upright. Sun in reverse. Ooh, shy. And the Death in reverse. Okay. All right. So the reality of it is, okay, so it's so much. It's so much, Leo. For some of you, you may have a suitor, right? You may have someone that you are dealing with romantically, that you are interested in. In this, honestly, I'm also channeling something that you're flirting with, an idea that you're flirting with, a concept, something that you really want to happen. But if there's more of a focus on what it could be, its potential, versus like the actual reality of what it is. Now, again, like I said, this can manifest in you thinking that this thing or this person could be X, Y, Z, or you were more in love with what you thought it could be than the reality of it. And so you may choose to move forward. And again, this can be vice versa too, where somebody's looking at you through a certain lens and realizing like, oh, okay, this ain't really what's going on. Now, I don't want anyone to take away from this that someone thinks that you're a facade or you're being a facade or you're being fake. It's more of just like when we come into something new, we kind of over fantasize it. And then when reality sets in, we're like, oh, you're trying to figure out like, can I really do this? Okay. Now, for others of you, this manifests as a very moody partner, a very jealous person in your life that, again, is bringing that romance, is bringing that, thing that you want, that je ne sais quoi. But it's really not what you want it to be. So you may end up moving forward from this situation, this relationship, this person, this idea, this concept. And like I said, having to be real with yourself about what it is. The problem is, though, there's this sense of not wanting to lose control. And I'm channeling that this can be in multiple ways. Not wanting to lose control over yourself because this didn't work out the way you wanted to. So you may be kind of, in order to keep yourself together, you may be kind of like creating blocks to whatever this is. Okay, so just to give it a scenario, it's like if it's a relationship, this didn't work out the way you thought, or this person wasn't who you thought they were. So you moved away from them, but you also don't want to seem a certain way. You want to be the mean person, or you don't mind being the mean person, but you don't want it to seem like this affected you more than you really wanted it to. Like there's some kind of like caging on who you are, just so that you can prove a point. And again, I think that's where this truth may come in, because you may have to just see the truth of the situation and decide if you need to move away from it. Don't put on this facade. Don't try to be in control, right? At the end of the day, there may be a great month as far as things coming in. There's an inflow of abundance, maybe even an inflow of opportunities. There could be people that are giving you things. Maybe you're being generous. Everyone's being generous. But it's like there's this thing in the background. Consider if you are this person. You are this player. You're this moody person who's like into the idea of things but doesn't really want to like settle down. If you're this person, right, consider that some truth may come out around that behavior and someone may call you straight out, or there's some universal consequence that may have to balance everything out for you, where like I said, someone tells you like it is, maybe exposes your what you're really doing, something like that may happen, or vice versa. You may have to do this with someone else, but the scales are in a way going to get balanced this month because someone is trying to avoid the consequences of their actions or avoid the truth. But like anything in the universe, if something isn't in balance, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to take what it needs, right? So that may cause some delays. It may cause a negative mindset. There is a need to work on your confidence. And again, if it's at the source of this negativity, this relationship, this not wanting to be seen so vulnerable, if it's that, then that's what's going to happen. That's kind of what's blocking you right now. If you feel like you have any blockages in August from moving on, from progressing forward, from getting what you actually want, it's the confidence in your mind, not only in yourself, but in your truth and in the people around you and in their truth, right? Is everybody being who they say they are? Is everyone like walking the talk versus just, having a good display, right? So there's a little bit of that. Transitioning, but resisting it with the Death in Reverse card. We know we got to do this thing, but we're definitely like not really putting all of our effort into doing this thing. So be careful about getting in your own way in August, Leo. See the truth for what it is. There could be some legal things that come up as well. I don't really see that, but there could be something legal that has happened maybe within the last 2 months before or coming up that you're looking forward to. And this could look like anything. This could be going to court. This could be legal papers, like writing something down, but make sure you're just rereading everything, okay? Some of you also could be moving or making, considering that as an option, moving, traveling, something of that nature. And I know it's your birthday month, so y'all probably looking like, Shay, where is the birthday stuff? Hey, this is really what's going on. Clarity. Anything else for Leo needs to know about August 2023? Yeah. Okay. Pace yourself is what I'm hearing with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Magician in reverse. Pace yourself in creating your creations. There's a little bit of rushing energy where you're trying to come after something. And for some of you, this may be love. And I think I'm going to end up pulling up from my love deck for y'all. But it's like there's something you're trying to pull from or manifest, but you're either trying to do it by manipulating certain things and that manipulation can look like rushing. We don't want to plant the seeds the right way. We don't want to wait. We don't want to be single for too long, or we don't want to get a sponsor instead. It's like we just want to skip over all the steps instead of just doing what we want to do. Truth, right? Clarity for my Leos. What are they expecting in love? What is Leo? What can Leo expect in love? What can Leo expect in their love life in love? Okay. For Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What can they expect in their love life? Thank you, Spirit. One more. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What can they expect August 2023 in their love life? Okay. Yeah. Kind of what we just said. So there's hello here, talking about a distant, distracted, deep in thought, detached, aloof, not feeling it, finding answers in music. For some of you, I heard very clearly a ghosting. You ghosting someone ghosting you, maybe not even ghosting, but kind of pulling away, detaching from something or someone, again, because it may not be what you thought it was going to be, right? Or who you thought they were. There is a lot of new beginnings though. That's the good part. So again, in a way, you might be putting yourself back on the market. If you weren't on the market before, you may put yourself back on the market. You may be dating still. If you're single, this is pretty much a lot of dating, kicking it, new friends, meeting new people. It's happy for sure. It's definitely pleasant. It's definitely enjoyable. It's a lot of outings. But like I said, if you're single, it's going to be great in that sense. You're getting the Leo attention that you need. But there's also this kind of like, okay, I had to put something down first though. Or maybe during, right? For some of you, if you're in a relationship, it's pretty great. There's a lot of anniversaries. There's a lot of happiness. There's a lot of good milestones, stuff like that. I feel like if you are in a relationship, you and your partner might be doing a lot of things together. It feels very expand our lifey though. Like if you guys have a home, you may be like trying to make your home better, maybe doing a lot of shopping, maybe going traveling. There's something you're doing like together. It feels like we're trying to expand this happiness that we already have. But there may be some people or some things that you decide to like put to the side somewhere in the month where you're like, okay, these people don't work for the happiness that I'm trying to bring in. But again, as long as you're not trying to, I'll keep it real, Leo. For some of you, there is something or someone that, and you'll know, so please let this fly over your head if it's not for you. But there's someone who you kind of know you could be vulnerable with, or that you want to be vulnerable with, or that you want in your life, but there's something that you're doing that's pushing it out. And I know it's going to be somebody out there that's going to be like, no, Shay, you're wrong. I hear you. And again, don't take it if it's not for you. But there's somebody out there where you're so busy trying to be composed in a certain way. Maybe they hurt you before. Maybe they did hurt you before. You know what I mean? And so you feel like you got to protect yourself. But consider if that protection is actually becoming a shield to something that you actually want. You know what I mean? Consider that. It doesn't mean it has to be this person, but notice this month, if you can, where you may also be playing a part in this disappointed feeling that you keep coming up with romantically or even in your relationships, okay? Yeah. So clarity, one card. Anything for Leo in their career? Anything for Leo in their career, finances, spirit? Yeah. I knew it. I seen it earlier and I put it back. The Tower. Okay, Leo. So we have earning power, building a business, making a sound decision. A career that you may be into is a corporate job, power, like power plant, stuff like that, and then unstable position. Okay, a job that's unstable. For some of you, when I hear that, I think that whatever you're doing, it's not that it's unstable, like you don't want to, like, it's not a stable job. It's just whether or not you're sure about whether or not you want to continue to do it. Or it's a job where there's a lot of moving parts, like things are always chaotic. So that may be where that's coming from, okay, my love? But that is all I'm saying for you, Leo. I hope this reading helped you. If this resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. Remember that I love you, and I hope you're having an amazing day and an amazing birthday month. Bye. Hey, Virgo, welcome to your quick read for August 2023. Let's get into these oracle cards, and these are going to tell you your theme of the month, like the overall message, right? So we have love and manifestation. And with love specifically, for some of you, this is obviously a split card. For some of you, there may be a rejection that you are going through. I don't think for all of you that this is a recent rejection. For some of you, it's like a rejection of like maybe within the last month or two, where you've been rejected in a way when it comes to love, or you feel like love isn't coming in the way that you want it to, whether that's romantically or otherwise. And so you're kind of like on the mend this month and trying to get yourself back into a manifesting frequency. For others of you, it's literally the complete opposite. Like you're abundant as hell when it comes to love. And because you're on that frequency, and with love being one of the highest frequencies on the scale, you are actually manifesting things that you have wanted to see in your life. So this can be material things, jobs, homes, you know what I'm saying, changes that you've been trying to see for months, years. Or it could just be simply feeling like you're in a kind of state of gratitude that you've manifested a life or a circumstance that you've been trying to manifest for a long time. So it's almost like an appreciation that comes up. Note that I think whatever's going on is kind of motivating you to actually manifest what you want in your life. So either way, it's a good thing, whether it's coming from rejection or feeling rejected by life or by a person or whatever. Or just in general feeling like I'm doing well and I want to keep doing better. Either way, you're going to start manifesting really well in August, meaning you're putting the work towards making those things happen, which I love to see. So let's see. What does Virgo need to know about August 2023? What are my Virgos experiencing in August 2023 spirit? Okay, Queen of Wands in reverse. What does Virgo need to know about August 2023? Spirit, make it abundantly clear. Give it to me again. What does the zodiac sign Virgo need to know about August 2023? Spirit guides, make it abundantly clear. Ooh, okay. The moon in reverse. The Hanged Man. The Chariot. This Hanged Man gives me the imagery of, like, you know, you ever go through something, life just be so stressful, or whatever, you're like confused or frustrated with something and you kind of like hang on the edge of your bed and you're like, that's what it's kind of giving me. Give me a second. What does Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what do they need to know about August 2023? Spirit guides, what are they experiencing in August? Thank you very much. 6 of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. This month is bittersweet for you, Virgo. I'm not going to lie. It's a very bittersweet month. It looks like something may have knocked your confidence, Virgo. If not knocked your confidence, like in yourself or in, you know, self-confidence, it's definitely knocked your passion for something. I feel like something you may have slowed down in doing, or you've been doing things, but almost kind of going through the motions and you don't have that same vigor behind it. I think it's because there was a lot of chaos and confusion behind whatever it was, whether it was a person or like just the situation itself being so chaotic. It's just made you not be clear about what it is that you want to do, which again is like knocking your confidence, because when you're not sure, you're not confident. You know what I mean? That's a universal human thing. So I think that may be something that was going on for you in these previous months. And so it's kind of put you in a thoughtful mood, intentionally or unintentionally, again, because I think for some of you, you're still moving forward, you're still making progress, and you probably were doing it even feeling this way. But now it's almost like you kind of have to face the music a little bit, right? For some of you, it'll be surrendering to life and all the chaos that's in it. And for some of you, it'll be like letting go of someone, letting go of a situation that you no longer have any control of. But I will say that in this silence, in this moment of like stillness, because for you, Virgo, you're so organized and well put together and always like have your plans marked out. It almost feels like when you don't have a plan, or when you don't have like a plan B for something failing, you almost feel like, which is what I was talking about earlier. Like, oh man, like, what do I do when I don't have something to do? You know what I mean? This moment of stillness, or this moment of confusion, or this moment of letting go of what you can't control is probably where you're going to find the most clarity in the month of August. It's almost like when you finally let go, when you finally accept that you can't prepare for this and just you have to go with the flow, that's probably when you're going to get your mojo back, and then you're going to start understanding. Also, there's a level, something about sacrifice that keeps coming up throughout this reading, like having to sacrifice one thing so that you can get another. So again, let's focus on love for a second. If you are worried about love or worried about a romantic situation, it may be that you needed to get rid of something so that you can replace it with better. So you may feel the want to hold on to whatever it was, because that was a safe sense of safety, or you felt like it was a nice, perfect step in your plan. But this time it's like, no, sacrifice that so that you can have better, more cooperative opportunities, more learning and teaching relationships. An aside on that, and again, if this doesn't apply, let it fly. But for some of you, it's important for you to be surrounded by people who you can learn from and who you can also teach. It's almost like a give and take. So if you feel like you're in a friendship relationship, you know, team work situation where it's like anytime you offer something, it's not respected, or vice versa, you know, where you always feel like you don't ever want to listen to anyone, that's almost like an unhealthy dynamic. We should always be giving and taking, or that's something that should be important to you, especially within the upcoming months, okay? So after this moment in this period of time, you start kind of getting your mojo back. I'm not going to lie to you, Virgo, it may be slow. It may be slow moving. Don't expect to just hop up and be ready to kill it. You know what I mean? But it'll almost be over time throughout the month as you go through the motions, as you realize that you need to let go. You start getting your mojo back. Now you're moving. Now you're doing stuff. Now, you know, it's going the way you want it to. You, like I said, you're starting to get that back. Maybe your sense of willpower. And I think for some of you, it'll probably become because you're tired of feeling like this. You're tired of not seeing the results. You're tired of seeing the results, but then like there's 100 things getting in your way, stopping you. It's almost like you surrender, but you really take control of what you have control of. of like, okay, I don't have to be sad about this. I don't have to be irritated with this person. I'm gonna do what I need to do to make sure I'm good. And then that starts to show, and it's almost like the universe returns it back to you, and we let it see that. If any of you happen to be stuck in the past or stuck on an old, like something old, it feels like, ooh, hold on. It feels like for some of you, well, one of you, like I said, it's a person. Some of you may be stuck on a past situation, relationship, something of that nature. And a reminder, this doesn't always mean romantic, right? Sometimes this can be, I'm stuck on the way my cousin did me 6 months ago. Like something like that. But I think for some of you, it's like we're stuck on something was supposed to go a certain way and it didn't, and I'm upset and I'm hurt. And so a part of you wants to hold on to it, hoping that you can bring back that sense of hope back, or holding on to it because you can't forgive yourself or forgive them for not coming through, showing up, doing the thing, going with the plan, right? So this month, it's almost like this is a little reminder to like forgive yourself. Also, if someone comes back, because for some of you, I feel like someone's going to come back, right? And so it'll put you in this place of confusion because you're like, why is this person talking to me again? By the way, it's Venus retrograde, so be wary of anybody coming back. But know that this is an opportunity to close the door. This is an opportunity to get understanding and then leave it alone. Versus like you getting back in a state where you're trying to make them do what they should have done. It went the way it went because it needed to go that way, but closure is always a good thing. A good healing, loving conversation is always a good thing. Same with an ideal. If you have an ideal this month where you're just like, I wanted this so bad, you may discover that you realize like it didn't go that way because it didn't need to. Remember earlier we were talking about sacrifice. Like, oh, I didn't get that job because this one's better. I didn't get that house because this one's better. You know what I mean? That was a sacrifice for me in order to get to where I was trying to go. So we end the month with teamwork. We end the month with learning and teaching relationships. We end the month with people kind of working together, whereas at the start of the month, everybody was kind of like throwing sticks, stressing us out or making it more tiresome than it needed to be. Now we're looking like, okay, there's some possibility here, right? So I'm gonna do some quick clarification to see what's going on with this love situation since it keeps coming up, right? Clarity. What does Virgo need to know about their love life? Sun, Moon, and Rising in August 2023. What do my Virgos need to know? Woo! Okay, one more time. Ooh, that's nice. One more. What does zodiac sign Virgo need to know about their love relationships? Okay. Interesting, Virgo. So we have secrecy, an affair, hiding something. Use discretion, surprise. Collaborate, protecting, denying, and risk. Over here, we have this. Island time, in your own time. Take your time. Having a relaxed attitude, being more lighthearted, and needing to meditate and be active. I see that some of you could be getting back into your routines if you've been out of them. Groom. Husband, partner, interested in an advancement, love of a lifetime, wedding, or event. Okay. Now that kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. For some of you, you are happily married. Like it's not your relationship at all. It's something else, right? It's something where you may need time alone, or you feel like you need time to think, or your career is not going the way you want it to. You feel stuck at work. You feel stuck with a project. It's not your relationship at all. If anything, they're being more of your support system. And you're, like I said, you're kind of in this space of graciousness to have that supportive partner, or have a partner that's on the same page as you, blah, 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 blah. For some of you, I just heard briefly that some of you probably want some time away from your partner. Like, y'all are so good, but I really would like to learn how to crochet, and I need 2 days to crochet. I know I'm being dramatic, but for someone that you probably are actually wanting more time away from them, not because you don't love them, but more so because you want to develop something within yourself. But that's another thing. For others of you, it is a rejection. You find out that someone's not who they say they are. You find out that someone is just not being real. If I just be real, you know what I mean? And you kind of have to make that decision to just go off on your own. There may be someone who's also married that's involved in the situation as well. Clarity. One card for Virgo in their career and finances. What does Virgo need to know about the career and finances in August 2023? Okay. Ornaments, extra income, mature investment, celebration, retail, beauty, finished work. Okay, so ornaments came out, and tower. Okay, So Tower, earning power, building a business, sound decision, career, corporate job, working in like power, or having an unstable job or like a chaotic job, right? We have ornaments, extra money, mature investment, celebration. Again, that celebration came up multiple times here. So you guys could be celebrating some type of promotion, some type of goal, milestone, accomplishing something that you've been going after for a long time. Your careers could be retail, beauty, finishing some sort of work, or retirement. So those things are things that could come up in your career this month. I'm not necessarily going to elaborate. I would just say that I do see where you're trying to build something, where you're trying to invest in a business. And it's going pretty daggone well, okay, Virgo? Thank you so much for watching this quick read, Virgo. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. Remember that I love you and hope you're having an awesome day. Bye. Hey Libra, welcome to your quick read for August 2023. Let's go ahead and hop into this oracle card. And this card will tell you your theme of the month. The theme is fertility. Look at that. And essentially with fertility, it's something is ready to be birthed. Something is ready to be planted. Now for some of you, this can be in the literal sense where you may be pregnant, just finding out that you're pregnant, something of that nature. This could be in a business sense or a job sense where you're starting something new, starting a new career. And for others of you, it could just be simple as a seed is kind of planted for you mentally. You know, you have an idea, you feel motivated to do something. So now it's just about patience and nurturing it from small beginnings to big beginnings. I mean, big endings. I'm talking about big beginnings. Okay, so let's see. What do my Libras need to know about August 2023? Two of Pentacles. 10 of Wands in reverse. Sun in reverse. Okay. Clarity. Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Libras need to know about August 2023 for the Libra experience? This card is determined to come out. So we have Death in reverse. What will Libra experience in August 2023? Spirit guides, make it abundantly clear. Thank you. The Emperor in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Lovers card upright. So Libra, you might be juggling a lot in August, okay? Especially with the 10 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. There's a sense of having a lot of responsibilities or having a lot of things that you want to do and be a part of, and almost not balancing them too well. I think you may be doing your very best, right? I think for some of you, you may actually be doing really well at it. The problem is some of what you're holding on to or some of what you're trying to balance in August is not really responsibilities that belong to you. It's almost like you're clinging to, this needs to get done, or this person asked me to do this and I want to show up, or I want to be a part of it, so I'm going to do all of these things. And it's almost like a little bit overwhelming for you, but you're almost still trying to push through, which is great. And it could be just a matter of needing to find balance, making sure you have your planner and everything all sorted out so that you can actually do these things. But for some of you, I think it's obligations. It feels really, I have to prove a point, or I promised them I would come, or I did, you know what I mean? Like it feels very that versus like something you really want to do. On the other hand, for some of you, I think it's you've romanticized the idea of doing something a certain way. Maybe you want, let's say a person who wants to make more money. And so you signed up for like your regular job, but then you also got like a part-time job. And so you're holding on so tightly to the concept of like, the more jobs I work, I can make more money to do X, that you're not realizing like how much it's almost defeating your purpose, because you're probably too tired, or you're not doing, you know, you're only giving 20% to each one of them because you barely have any like energy left, or like whatever. It almost feels like you're trying to rush the process, which makes fertility make sense, because it's not that you're not in the right position to make something happen, Libra, more than it's like you're planting multiple plants, like you've planted multiple plants and you're trying to rush the growth of both of them or all of them at the same time. It's like, no, Suge, like you got the right idea, but you do kind of need to wait, because you're ultimately going to cause your own unhappiness in August by how much is going on. So it's almost like you're super abundant, but almost in a like rushing energy. For some of you, it may be school as well. I get this constant imagery with the Page of Swords in reverse, that you signed up to do something like school related or like learning a new skill. And like, you're not really doing it all the way. Like, it's almost like you signed up to do it to like satisfy that need to learn and do something new. But like every day you're not really putting all your energy into it like you should be doing. So for some of you, this is an internal thing where you seem like you're all talk and no action to yourself. Like, you're irritated by the fact that you're not putting the energy into it. But for others of you, it may be someone says this to you or like gives you that energy. You signed up to do this and you're not doing the best. Or you know what I'm saying? You said you would, but you didn't really do that. So that kind of brings up a little bit of lack of, I don't know, positivity to a lot of these things. Like a lack of confidence for some of you that it's not going fast enough. And then for others of you, it's a lack of confidence because you're not doing the best that you could do. And you feel like other people are seeing that or feeling that way, and that might frustrate you. But don't hold on so tightly to how you think things should get done, or the perfect way that they should get done, or how much effort or time you need to like don't put yourself on a timeline is basically what I'm saying. Like, allow yourself some wiggle room. Like, understand that this does take patience, this does take time, whatever it is that you're trying to make happen. Now with this Lovers card here, there may be a romantic relationship in your life that comes up. I don't doubt that. I don't think this really plays a part in everything that goes on this month, but I do think that love or a friendship or just feeling in community with others is going to be a big deal. But for some of you, this is a choice. The Lovers can represent a choice. So you may have to make a choice between all of these things. And I do want to emphasize for some of you, it's not that you have to put everything down or put a lot of things down. It's just about prioritizing. What's your burden and what you need to do, or what are you just taking on because you feel obligated to, or because you feel like that's what a friend should do, or a sister should do, or brother should do? What do you need to do versus like what you feel like you have to do right now? Putting something down, making a choice, or maybe saying, I prioritize this on these days and I prioritize that on those days, versus trying to do everything at one time and then burning yourself out. Because I don't think you're on the brink of burnout. There's just a little bit of an annoyance here because I want it to go this way, right? And it may not always go that way. Okay, Libra? So let's see, what's this lover about? What does Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to know about their love and relationships in August? What do you need to know about their love and relationships in August? There might be a lot of celebrations too, Libra. I just wanted to mention that. Okay. Okay. So there's looking closely, observing, nitpicking, creeping, situation magnifying, things getting rectified, and focus. Girl with the popcorn. It says going out in excess, escapism, little regard for consequence, creating a mess, and not paying attention. And then there's sorry, not sorry. Friction, sarcasm, false apology, apathy, forgive, make amends, harboring hurt, and resentment. You may have to make up with somebody this month, Libra. You may have to make up with somebody this month. More so because I think it rounds back to you or them saying that they would do something and them not doing it, right? Or saying they would show up a certain way and they don't. Saying that they care and they don't. Like something like that, but I'll be honest, it feels like it's coming from your side where you said you would do something, but you didn't. And so maybe you're posting on social media and that person is like, but you told me you would do X, Y, Z, or you said you would show up and you didn't. And so you at first may want to be annoyed by this because you feel like they're trying to monitor you or tell you what to do. But then maybe later you realize like, okay, that wasn't fair of me. Like I did kind of just overbook and I'm sorry. You know, that kind of thing. And it could be vice versa as well. There's a lot of going out, but just be careful about it being too much. Being too much. Like I said, too many obligations. Like wanting to go out more than you like work or vice versa. Like it should be a nice healthy balance. Because otherwise it creates a mess for you. And granted, you can do what you want. Because I've had some people be like, I do what I want. You can do what you want. This is just what I'm seeing. And I'm just putting out what I feel energetically will help you improve your life. If you don't agree with that, that's fine. I completely understand. but that may be what needs to happen, okay, Libra? Let's see. Anything for Libra in their career and finances in August? Clarifying for my Libras in August. What do they need to know in their career and finances? Thank you. Put them in a coffin. Okay, it says bad investment, financial challenges, savings. And then it says career. You may be in office work. You may work the night shift. Or you may be ending a job. Okay. So we have gears here. Money flow, hard work, putting plans into motion. It says building, team, taking time off, and working in security. Some form of security. I heard tech security for some of you, like cybersecurity. Okay, and then we have book, paperwork, contracts, learning as you go. The career could be writing, taking a class. What did we talk about earlier? Education and law. Okay. And then for others of you, we have tree, financial growth. Coming into fruition, abundance, outdoor jobs, working in the family business, and stability. So a lot of you may have I feel like some of you, your careers are pretty good. Like even if you don't have like a regular career, because I think for some of you, you work unconventionally. Like your job is just different for some of you. I think they're pretty much going well. You're like, I don't really see too much change. I see either growth or like there's some stagnancy. And I think for some of you, there's only stagnancy because you have signed up to do too much. That's it. So like you may have you decided to go to school or you decided to learn this new skill, but you're really not really invested and you're really not doing everything that you could do. Or you're doing it, but it's like, maybe you realize it's not for you and you're like, dang, I'm wasting my time. Like, I don't even want to be here. Like that kind of vibe. So that may be a challenge that comes up for you. But for the most part, there's a lot of money. There's a lot of trying to make things work. Planting seeds for your future and then seeing that growth. Law, tech, and school are really, really big. So some of you could be going to law school. Some of you could be into the tech industry. And then for some of you, you have probably decided to go back to school or to learn a skill. Those are like really big. Okay, my love. But those are just quick little messages. Thank you so much for watching this quick read, Libra. And if it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below. And follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. I love you and hope you're having an awesome day. Bye. Hey, Scorpio. Welcome to your quick read for August 2023. Let's get into these oracle cards. And these cards will tell you your theme of the month. You got multiple. We have empowerment, which I'm actually going to keep on the stand here. And then we have well-being. And we also have boundaries. So all of these cards kind of go in the same circle of you taking care of you. Saying no will actually bring you more empowerment this month. And it doesn't mean you have to say no to like everything. I think sometimes when we say saying no, people get real mean. They say no to everything. It's more so like when you know you're being taken on a ride. When you know someone's taking advantage, or when you know that you are going so far into trying to please other people that you like harm yourself or forget about yourself. Saying yes to everybody else should not be a no to you. It should be, everybody should be saying yes when you agree to things, okay? So this month, August may be the month where you realize where you need to have boundaries, where you need to be more empowered, or maybe even where you need to take care of your well-being. For some of you, it's just as simple as you need to make a lifestyle change as far as your health, your mental health, your daily life goes, or you've been wanting to, and there may be a lot of other things that are pulling at your attention or need you as well. So it doesn't mean that you can't do for others, but it's also like you shouldn't have to neglect yourself in order to do so. If you say you want to go on a run every day, but like someone's like, but I need you to call me every day during that time, like at that, you may have to say no, or you may have to say, hey, or maybe you can run with me if you want to talk that bad, but I need to do my run, something of that nature. But you may be feeling like you need to make those adjustments in August. So that's like almost the thing that's on your mind, is your own self-empowerment. What can you do, or maybe even say no to, that will end up making your life better? Okay, Scorpio, so let's get into these cards. What does Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what do they need to know about August 2023? What will my Scorpios experience in August 2023? Spirit guides, make it clear. 9 of Swords in reverse. What will Scorpio experience in August 2023? Spirit guides, make it abundantly clear. Thank you. 2 of Cups. Knight of Swords in reverse. And these actually tried to come out, so I'm going to go ahead and give them up. 10 of Cups in upright. 5 of Cups in reverse. 2 of Cups upright. Okay, Scorpio, so you're kind of on a little bit of a healing journey in August. And this could look like many things. This can be healing yourself in a literal sense, like physically, where you're going to the gym, eating right. Maybe you've gotten some sort of diagnosis, knock on wood, or something where you're trying to make better choices. So this can be quite literal, but for others of you, I think it's more of an emotional, mental level where you're trying to heal some sort of past hurt. For some of you, it's also just chaotic. Like, it's hard for you to think or make decisions right now because you may be distracted by a lot of thoughts, a lot of old emotions, past trauma, triggers. Like, there's something that you're trying to get over coming into the month of August. Now, I will say a lot of you are in healthy, happy relationships, friendships, and like you have great community around you with the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. So you may not even really realize and recognize quite how much this is affecting you because you feel like you have love. Like I just started a new relationship. I just got married, or I'm around my best friend, my kindred spirits. I'm around my family, so everything's good. But there's some little thing that's just not maybe feeling right? We feel good in that area, but why don't we feel good in everything else? Or like I said, why do we feel like I'm empowered at the fact that I have these people around me, but at the same time, I feel stressed out and I feel scattered and chaotic, and there's so much going on and there's so many decisions to make. And because I have all these great people in my life now, I'm distracted from what I'm supposed to be doing. And it seems like that. It seems like the energy of this beautiful love and greatness that you have in your life isn't necessarily replacing, it isn't taking away the problems. Almost. It's not putting on a band-aid for you. So it may be something that you're working through this month in August, Scorpio, where you're trying to almost put yourself on a healing journey. Again, saying no where you need to, choosing yourself more, trying to get out of this scattered commotion that seems to be going on. So it's not a bad month in a sense where I sense anything negative happening, more than I think you're just trying to get on the right path with a lot of things. You may be working on your self-esteem, or maybe that's something you're addressing this month too, because for some of you it's coming up that an old situation or the lack of something, or something like maybe even a work thing, may have kind of it's not that it knocked your self-esteem, but it has made negative thoughts surface up more often than like the positive ones. So you may be trying to work on that and work through that as well, and get your life together, get more organized with what it is that you're doing. Because I do feel like the days, you know what I'm picturing, Scorpio? I'm picturing like a person wakes up and it's like they got their boo, they got their kids, they got like all of these things going on, and you love it. Like you wake up and you're like, yes, thank you, I got this wonderful community. But then it's like, but it's toys everywhere, and I gotta go to work, and I'm tired, and I gotta take my baby to the field trip, and then my wife, she wanna do this. Like, it feels like the moment you get like a little piece of joy, it's like 10 things get to like ripping at your attention. So it's almost like you're grateful for the good parts, but then as soon as you get grateful for the good parts, it's like, but you need to do this, and you need to do that, or did you eat today, and did you da-da-da? Like, it's almost like a little bit of stress. So I will say that in order for you to really be able to be fully present and happy and enjoying with this, you do have to take care of you too. Like I said, that though these relationships aren't necessarily putting a band-aid over what it is that you need for yourself. Okay, Scorpio? So there might be a little bit of confusion going on, a little scattered brainness going on this month. Rainbows, and I keep tasting and smelling like really sweet candy, like fruit roll-ups, gummies, stuff like that. That may be something relevant for you this month. A dirt road, a motorcycle. So I see it here, but like the dirt of it keeps popping up. Maybe you guys get one or ride a dirt road this month. Okay. I want to pull some career cards just to see what comes up for your finances. What does Scorpio need to know about their finances in August, Spirit? Make it abundantly clear. Thank you. Coins. Okay. Money coming in, wealth, good investment. Careers you may be in is sales and finance. You might get a raise and you may get lucky. I don't see lottery, but I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened for someone, Scorpio. Look, don't hold me to it. I'm just picking up what I'm intuitively picking up. Or like a lottery in a sense where someone was supposed to be picked for something at your job or something like that, and you get picked for it. Maybe a random check comes in the mail or something that I'm picking up, like a check that you expected, but like almost you forgot about. And then you're like, oh my God, some money, I needed this. So some money's coming in. So that's good. Love that. Bless that. And it says anchor. There's some money blocks. Being stuck, financially sound. Careers you may be into. Water-related travel. And you're stable for now. I think some of you are doing okay. I think you're doing all right in a financial sense. I think it's more of a wanting more fulfillment than it is you wanting more money. Like everyone can use more money, I guess. You could say that, you know what I mean? It's not a bad thing to need more money or want more money. I think it's more like you wanting to feel more fulfilled and more joyous in what you do on the day-to-day. That may be coming up. So there may be some money blocks, but there's definitely money coming in. Clarity for love and relationships for my Scorpios. Real quick. One more, Spirit. Make it abundantly clear. Thank you. Yep. Bold move. And me and my ego. Bold move says an invitation, being proactive, taking steps, making things happen, a gift for someone or yourself. So yeah, definitely making something official if it wasn't official. Asking people out, asking to hang. Maybe for some of you, I just heard inviting a friend out, or, you know, making sure you're trying to make effort with someone. Okay, and then there's me and my ego, pride and fear getting in the way, not contacting you, but thinking of you often, replaying over in mind. Yeah. Very specific situation. For someone, you may be reaching out to someone that not recently, but at some point you guys cut each other off. Or you may cut someone off, you know, this month, but I don't really fully sense that. I feel like this is an old hurt, and despite the fact that you're happy and despite the fact that you're moving on and you have your friends and you have this and you have that, you may still be like, I miss that person, or I want to spend time with this person, I want to see what they're up to. So you may reach out, or they may reach out to you this month. For some of you, just a confirmation, if you're wondering if someone is thinking about you, but you like know that door is closed, yes, they do think about you. I don't know if it's a lot. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it's like every day, but I will say that they you do cross their mind in a sense where they are thinking about the situation, wondering what happened, like wondering if you're good. Yeah, like they don't mess with you, but they still want to make sure like you good, like that kind of thing. And maybe they also just have too much pride wrapped up in the situation to let it go, or to like be forgiving, or vice versa. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. Remember, I love you, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye. Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your quick read for August 2023. We're going to go ahead and hop into this oracle card just to give you an overview or the theme for the month, and that is dreams. So the dream card pretty much talks about your need to pay attention to your dreams overall. But I also would extend it to say trust your intuition, right? Trust your intuition, trust the intuitive things that come to you, the weird things that happen to you in your sleep or subconsciously in the month of August. Now, I know we probably were looking for something a little more of a hit, but I think for some of you, there's a little bit of like fine-tuning your non-tangible abilities, like your intuition, your psychic gifts, your, you know what I mean, just trusting yourself. There's something that you need to be paying attention to that isn't of this plane or this world. For some of you, it'll quite literally be your dreams, like you've been having wild dreams. I always highly suggest that you look those up, write them down, look them up in the morning piece by piece, or you could look them up. Or it's also just trusting your dreams that you have for your life moving forward. So if you've been thinking about something, Sagittarius, or just like thinking you want to make a move, or you want to make a change, or maybe you want to make something happen for yourself, August may be the month where you may need to tune more into that and seeing what it looks like to actually put, your foot to the pavement and figure it out. Okay, so let's get into it. What does Sagittarius need to know about August 2023? Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Sagittarius need to know about August? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. What will Sagittarius experience in August 2023? Two of Swords. What does Sagittarius need to know about August 2023? Okay, Queen of Swords. Two more. What's Sagittarius need to know about August 2023. What are they experiencing? What are my sun, moons, and risings? Sagittarius need to know about August 2023. Spirit, one more card. Thank you. Okay, so the Seven of Cups in reverse. The Six of Cups upright. And then we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, Sagittarius. So really, really quick, because it's kind of coming up in multiple ways for me. For some of you, if you have a deceased loved one, this person feels like you've known them in this lifetime. It doesn't feel like an ancestor or anything like that. They may be trying to reach out to you. So I wouldn't be surprised if this month, if you see them in your dreams, or if there's like synchronicities or things that are just weird, like you find something of theirs or somebody mentions them, you know what I'm saying, and you don't expect them to. Something of that nature may come up. I would just say pay a lot of attention to it. I'm not going to sit here and say that I know what the significance of that moment will be for you. I would just say that just pay attention to it. Like, don't brush it off and be like, oh, that's cool. Like, no, actually pay attention to that. It may be a sign. So if it comes in a dream, if it comes in, like I said, someone just says something, like mentions them, pay attention. Now, moving forward, August looks like a month where you're trying to figure things out, right? Especially when it comes to money and work, especially if you feel financially stressed. And even if you're not financially stressed, or if you don't, like, there's no pressure in the money area, it could be that you're overworking or underworking, maybe over paying attention to like the things in your life, like almost being too on top of something to a point where it brings you into a confused state, where it's like you're trying to make decisions, but it's a lot of confusion. It's a lot of, what option should I pick? What's the best? What will come out the best? Those type of things. Almost a feeling of overwhelm. Working so hard, or trying to build so hard, or trying to build multiple things so hard that you put yourself in a space of not being able to really be efficient, or even, you know what I'm saying, or functional. Almost, it feels like, because for some of you it will be as simple as, oh, money's bad, what should I do? You know what I mean? And what's the best, smartest decision that I can make? Should I stop working this job, or should I get a second job? For others of you, it'll be more like, I know what I'm doing, but like all I'm doing is working, money. So when something comes up for you to handle, it's like hard for you to focus on that, because all you can think about is money, or all you can think about is this project or whatever it is that you're up to. So that may be like the most of your so that may be the most of your thoughts this month, is trying to figure your funds out, divide things in a healthy way, things of that nature. But I do think you have clarity of mind. I think that's where this dreams comes from. And I think earlier I also shuffled out psychic abilities for you. And I'm realizing that the message for you, Sagittarius, is to trust your noggin, trust your intellect, trust your intuition. And normally, yes, those things are two different things, but I think it's almost a message of you already know what you need to do. You know what I mean? So like, don't question that. If you know, like I said, that dream, if you have a dream, if you know that if you go in this direction, that's probably going to be the best thing for everybody. Like, you have to trust that, because you are in this moment. I know a lot of people like to paint Sagittarius as like wild and crazy, but the reality of it is, in this moment, you know what you want. You're crisp and clear. You are making a logical decision. You're just worried about whether or not it's the best decision, worried about whether or not it's going to give you the results, the success, the recognition that you want it to. Don't worry about that. You'll reap the benefits later. Okay, you'll see it. But again, I would say that I'm not sure if you're thinking about overworking. I'm not really sure if that's necessarily the thing. I think it's more of a shift than it is of a, you know, you need to add something else to your plate. And this may not even be work or a job. It may be that you're already spending so money in so many different areas. Maybe you don't need to invest in that one thing right now. Doesn't mean don't chase the dream. It just means that how can you make it so that it doesn't put more stress on an already stressful situation, right? And for some of you, and it's very slight, but for some of you, you may not feel appreciated in some aspect of your life, or maybe you find yourself comparing yourself to other people's situation. Don't do that. With love, don't do that. I think that's just, it's a little small thing that comes up. For some of you, it makes me feel like children, or maybe someone that you're taking care of, or that you're putting a lot of work in. You may feel like not seen, or you may feel like you're on the back burner. Meanwhile, you're giving everything to everyone. So that may be something that comes up. But it's very small. It's just something that I wanted to bring up because I feel like it may come up sometime in the month that you have to address it and say it again, thinking about yourself, thinking about what you need. Okay, and the Six of Cups kind of mirrors what we've been saying the whole time. There's something that you want to get back into, a memory, a dream, an intuitive feeling. It's something that you really want to do to get back to yourself. So I wouldn't be surprised this month if you got into old hobbies, or if you and your children got involved some type of way where you were like playing with them, or like trying to reignite the childlike side of yourself. It almost feels like maybe an old love. Maybe you may reconnect with old people, but I really don't sense that. I don't think anyone from the past is really coming up big. The only way I can see them coming up is coming up through this deceased loved one. Again, you all are related, or they bring that person up, or they, you realize you remember them from that person's life or something like that. I could see that level of reconnection, but I don't think anyone's like coming back trying to be with you or anything like that. At least not to a degree that you take serious. But that's something about the past, and something about incorporating that old you into now may come up. Okay, so let's see what's going on in your finances. What does Sagittarius need to know about their career and finances in August? Quick messages for my Sagittariuses. Okay, gave me all I needed to know. Okay, we have the Moon, fleeting funds, unknown source, being guided, careers, moonlighting, meaning you may be working multiple jobs, odd jobs, night shift, and part-time. Working part-time. So yeah, some of you could get a part-time job. Remember I mentioned that earlier, you may have 2 jobs, or like, because it feels like, okay, I work my 9 to 5, but then I might still do this thing on the side to make a little extra cash. Or I might, be thinking about, okay, how I can make some passive income. Like, it's something else that's going on, right? But you have to trust what you're being guided to do. And remember, see, that goes with dreams too. Nighttime. It's something about the night. It's something about your dreams. It's something about what's going on under the surface that's really important this month. And I wish I can provide more clarity, but it almost feels like you're going to know more than I'm going to know. Like, this reading is more for confirmation than it is for me to tell you. It almost feels like. So think about what you've been dreaming about, what's been on your mind, what you feel the most guided to do. Okay, Sagittarius. Then we have Turtle. Okay, money coming slowly, steady progress. Okay, yep. So you may be moving for work, and then maybe have a long-term job. So yeah, money's slow. I'm not going to lie to you, Sagittarius. Ring, financial commitments, long-term investments. Yeah, working in a partnership, working together in a fulfilling career. So I just think in August, yeah, money's kind of slow. You're doing a lot to get to it, but it's coming in slow. And then we're going to clarify your love really, really quick. Any love and relationship messages for Sagittarius in August? Any love and relationship messages for Sagittarius in August 2023? Make it clear to me, Spirit Guides. Any love and relationship messages for Sagittarius in August? Thank you. Okay. So no, you hang up. So having lengthy and exciting conversations with someone. Okay. Puppet Master. Pulling your strings, narcissist, manipulation, control, addictive relationship. Night in, your space, a moment alone, a partner is busy, free time and mental vacation. Yeah, and I keep hearing something about the beach. You all may be trying to visit a beach or visiting a beach. Yep, and then we have island time. In your time, take your time, being lighthearted, having a relaxed attitude. Yeah. If you're not in a relationship, because I don't think this situation is someone who's actually in a happy, healthy relationship. Please disregard if you are and this doesn't apply. But for some of you could be long distance with your partner. And for others of you, I feel like someone from the past who is kind of more so a toxic relationship tries to make their way back in with you this month in August. So you may entertain them for a little bit, but I think it may become very apparent to you that they're lying. They're kind of blowing smoke up your butt, and you're kind of like, forget them. Which again, back to dreams, back to psychic abilities. You may have it in your mind already, like, this person is trying to manipulate the situation. I know what I'm doing. I know what decisions I need to make. So I'm gonna go from there. You may be tempted to try to be with them, but I think for the most part, you'll choose yourself. You'll choose to take some time to yourself. be alone, think over the situation. Because I think this month is such an internal, intuitive month for you, Sagittarius. Like, you're doing stuff, but I think what's going to be most important and impactful for you is going to be what you do here and in here. So that's probably why you won't go with this person. You probably spend a lot of time alone or spend time planning for a vacation that's on the beach. And again, if you're in a relationship, you could be long distance, but I don't really see too much there. I just think it's pretty regular. Some of this stuff may come up, but y'all tell me. Okay, Sagittarius? Thank you so much for watching this quick read. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. Remember, I love you, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye. Hey, Capricorn. Welcome to your quick read for August 2023. Let's hop into this oracle card and see what's going on. This is your theme for the month, closure. Ooh. So closure pretty much talks about letting an ending happen, accepting an ending, no longer living in the past or trying to recreate the past, but actually moving forward into the future. And when that recreate the past really hits, because I think there may be a tendency for some of you to try to recreate or fix issues that have already gone by. So this could be something that, you happened to you, or something that you felt like didn't go well in the past. So you may either keep replaying it or keep bringing it back up in effort to make it right. But the reality of it is, it's already gone by. You know what I mean? And I know that this doesn't apply universally to everything, because maybe there is hope for some situations. But I think that there are some situations, some type of way that you've been being, or something that has passed you up, that it's time to be done with, because it's no longer empowering, it's no longer helpful. And the moment you do all of the almost things that feel like they make you stuck, Capricorn, it's like they melt away. It's like things get easier when you just accept that can no longer go back to that or deal with that, or whatever the case may be. This could be habits too, stuff that you hang on to, that to you is just a part of your fiber and being and your personality, but really it's not helpful anymore. Okay, so let's see, what is Capricorn experiencing in August 2023? Yes, we let us see it. 9 of Pentacles. What is Capricorn experiencing in August 2023? The Justice. Four of the Emperor. 3 more. What is Capricorn? What is the zodiac sign Capricorn? Sun, Moon, and Rising experiencing in August 2023? Spirit guides, make it abundantly clear for me. King of Wands. 2 more. What's Capricorn experiencing in August? What do we need to know about August? Ooh. 4 of Swords. The Temperance in reverse. Both of those are in reverse. And then we have 1 more. I lied. We have multiple. 5 of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Both of which I'm not going to keep out, but we'll just keep those as a note. Capricorn. So there is actually a lot of great things happening for you, my love. Like this 9 of Pentacles, that means money is flowing, it's abundant. Even if you don't feel like necessarily everything is like perfectly on point when it comes to your finances in August, you definitely aren't like short per se. I don't think it's a month where you may be financially struggling at all. There's definitely abundance of opportunities, and at the very least, you just feel fulfilled, you feel safe, you feel secure. For the most part, there's a level of balance there. And there's also could be some achievements that happen for you, Capricorn. This can be a new job. This can be some type of, it almost feels personal too. Like something you've been trying to do actually comes to fruition and you happy about it and you like, I did that. Proud of you. Happy for you, my love. I also think that there may be some perspective that comes in for you in the month of August. Like you gain perspective, which kind of balances you out. And I think, honestly, it's around control and it's around your assertiveness. Control, because it comes up so many times in your reading, especially with closure. There's a need for things to go a certain way, for things to be correct. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this should be like this. And when it's not like that, there's a tendency in your earth sign Capricorn nature to try to fix it through being stern and like having these rules and kind of being stubborn, and which that works at work. Okay, that works when you're trying to have a plan, but sometimes it kind of can take the fun out of things when you're almost pushing other people, so that makes them have a negative reaction, or when life is doing what life does and being unpredictable, but you're still trying to force it. And I feel like for some of you, there's something about you that's changing. And I do think that whatever the change is a good, positive change, but it's almost like a part of you still wants to have control of the past, still wants to have control of the way the change takes shape. And you kind of don't. So to give an example, again, if you're switching jobs, let's say, and you're like, you need to switch this job. That's the good thing. That's the fulfillment. That's the thing. But you may still be like too over involved in the old job. You still may be like trying to get the management to do things a certain way. Like, it's like there's still this need to like be involved over there. Like your blessing ain't right there. And I think that's kind of the message, Capricorn, is that you're a little bit too stubborn, a little bit too assertive. For some of you, you're overworking yourself. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat. Y'all know I don't do that here. There's a little bit of cockiness. There's a little bit of egomania. There's a little bit of I can do it. Only I do it right. I do it the best. And we love that. Okay, we love your confidence. But I think that's gonna put you in a position to be burnt out in August. You have so much going on. You have so many things you've inserted. I love you, but inserted yourself in possibly to a point where you almost bring yourself to a space of burnout. There needs to be balance. With temperance and reverse, we're talking about where oil and water, where it's just not mixing. Something needs to be balanced out. Harmony needs to be restored for things to make sense, right? So that may come in the form of you needing to rest. So I think it's a great month with like a lot of beautiful things happening, a little bit of stubbornness and overdrive going on. And then it's like, oh, maybe we should rest. Maybe we should sleep. So I wouldn't be surprised if you kind of got forced to sleep. Something that I'm channeling, because I just looked at this Knight of Wands and this Five of Cups, is being careful about using certain things to patch up an emotional loss, right? So we're getting all of this personal fulfillment. We're taking all of these jumps and leaps and these trips and doing this, doing that. And it's like, but something still hurts. Something still annoys us that because it didn't happen. So just basically being careful about trying to band-aid a wound up with something that just won't fix it. Okay, my love? I don't really see too much. And I mean, that says a lot about your career and finances. So I'm gonna just pull for your love reading and see what comes out. What does Capricorn need to know about their love and relationships in August 2023? What did Capricorn experience in their love and relationships? Sun, Moon, and Rising in August. What will Capricorn experience in their love and relationships in August 2023? Thank you very much. Very much. Okay, first out the cards, friendship. Love to see it. True friend, solid friendship, authentic. Would do anything for you, always there no matter what. Rocking it. Being yourself, confident, loud and proud, hitting the right note, harmonious, concert, showing off. The document. Text, email, agreement, letter, separation, divorce, contract, news, legal papers, and proceedings. And then we have reckless. Acting recklessly, getting lit, highly volatile relationship or personality, using precaution / take precaution. Protection. So overall, it looks like a good time. Music may be very important to some of you, like going to a concert, playing music, singing music, constant, like feeling like music is your like safe place in the month of August. I don't know why that's important, but I wanted to mention it. So if you get like suddenly inspired to go to a concert or maybe just be somewhere where there's a lot of sound and music, that may be important for you this month, because even Miss Ma'am, she got a drum. Also a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius may be big in your month. Potentially a Cancer, and heavy on the Sagittarius with the Temperance, and a Libra. Okay, so overall, there's a friendship, there's a relationship that's really holding you down in the month of August. I don't think that this has any connection to everything, more than I think that it's something that you pay attention to a lot. For some of you, this is really a friend, like a close friend. You get close with somebody, or you just like you lean on them a lot, or they lean on you a lot. On the flip, for some of you, it's a friendship, but it's not really a friendship. So there may be a lot of emphasis on that relationship this month as well. You know, again, this could be them being super stubborn, being too assertive, like you guys being two different people and you realizing you need to back up. But I don't think that's really 100% what's going on. I think relationships look pretty good. There is something legal going on that needs to be addressed, a text message, some legal papers. For some of you, if you're like involved in the law in any way, it's almost like if you're, let's say you're a lawyer or something like that, you may be getting involved with someone's legal situation, like a friend or a family member trying to help them out. If it's vice versa, where they're trying to help you, that may come up. Something of that nature is very important. I don't think anyone's getting divorced. I don't think anyone's getting, but you could be. You could be. But there's something about that comes up as well, okay? The one thing I do want to touch on with acting recklessly, with this reckless card, is just being very gentle with your friendships and your relationships in August. Something about this feels like you feel really good, so you're not being as careful and as kind and as thoughtful as you, I wouldn't say, because I think Capricorn has a very structured way of loving. I think you guys are loving in a sense where you'll give and you'll be present, but you won't necessarily be emotional. This month, I feel like you're doing that, but then there's like another level of you that's so happy and confident within yourself that you almost neglect the emotional side of people. So just be careful about feeling so good about yourself or feeling so absorbed with your stuff that you might be stepping on other people in effort to, like, not even an effort, but just stepping on them a little bit too hard or being a little too rough in your delivery or something of that nature. Be careful about the messages that you're sending to people. But not because you shouldn't be happy and love yourself, just simply because you don't want to have to clean up something later if you don't have to. But that's all I'm saying for you in August, Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. Remember, I love you, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye. Hey Aquarius, welcome to your quick read for August 2023. Let's hop into your oracle card. This is your theme for the month, home. Would you look at that? So with the card home, we're thinking about fixing up our home. And this can be in the literal sense or this can be in the metaphorical sense. Literal being that you could be literally fixing up your home, decorating it, making it cleaner, clearing out clutter and space. Home being your sanctuary, like, you know, you just want to run home all month, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just want to go in and take your time. You just want to be in your own space because it makes you happy. Home is where the heart is. Home is your sanctuary, right? On the other hand, home could actually be a little disheveled right now. And that could be where the person or a situation that you normally see as home is kind of creating a lot of chaos for you. It could be disagreements. It could be, you know, we live differently. This could be home in a mental sense, where it's like something or someone where you usually get a lot of peace from is not really bringing that peace to you, and you're trying to figure out how to restore said peace. So it can go either way this month. It could be a very positive month when it comes to your home, but it can also be a very like something needs to change, something needs to be cleared out, especially if when it comes to boundaries, or if you feel like someone's getting too comfortable or pushing your boundaries, you may be trying to cleanse that up as well. But it could just be as literal as you got a new home, you're fixing up a new home. Okay, so let's see. What does Aquarius, what do my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to know about August 2023? Okay, Six of Swords in reverse. What does Aquarius need to know about August 2023? Hierophant in reverse. What's the zodiac sign Aquarius need to know about August 2023? What are they experiencing? Page of Pentacles. I'm actually going to put these back. There's too many. 3 more. Make it clear, Spirit Guides. What does the zodiac sign Aquarius need to know about August 2023? What are they experiencing? Full and uprights. 2 of Swords. 1 more. What does Aquarius need to know about August 2023? What do my Aquariuses need to know about August 2023? What are they experiencing? Thank you very much. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 5 of Cups. And I'm just going to keep this kind of on the side because it's a little out of my jurisdiction. In a way, you're kind of being forced to transition or change in the month of August. I honestly feel like this is prior to August, and it's something that you're like still trying to figure out, because however you were doing things before, it's just not working. Either it's not working for you, or maybe it's not even working for someone else in your environment, or you know, you're just whatever, like it's not working anymore. Now we need to do something different. So you may be a little resistant to that change at first, especially if there's a lot of baggage there, like, or a lot of like experience or history. Like it may be hard to let this thing go, or this way of being go, because it's become such a part of you, right? But now we're realizing that this is outdated. We can no longer think this way. This card also, when I pulled it out earlier, there's an instant message of unteachable. Someone's unteachable. I don't really think this is coming towards you, Aquarius. And if it don't apply, let it fly. But I feel like there's someone who you feel like isn't willing to learn, isn't willing to compromise, isn't willing to understand. And it's almost like it feels like a waste of time to even put your effort towards whatever it is. And not because you don't want to help or teach, because, you know, Aquarius love to you know, do things for the greater good of the people. But I think there's a part of you that realizes, like, okay, we can't do this in this way anymore. And if you're not going to be open and willing and teachable or flexible, then perhaps I shouldn't stay this way. Again, if it may apply to you in the sense where you're still trying to stay where it no longer works. So, you know, take that with what you will. So in August, you start something new. You start manifesting new opportunities. You start sowing your seeds elsewhere. You actually get excited about the new opportunities, especially financially. You may find a new job, or you may realize something you'd rather do. You may move. You know what I mean? There's something that you're transitioning to. So you're starting to plant those new seeds, but it brings up a conflict. Okay, brings up a conflict, the Two of Swords, because is this what I really want to do? Is this really, you know, like, can I still somehow, some way bring this past thing, this old thing with me? And for some of you, I keep hearing the word like comfort, right? When we're talking about the home, can I bring this comfort with me? Can I have these new things with that comfort attached to it, right? So I guess if I can put an example to it, can I move to this new place and bring the same people with me, right? Why can't I grow and learn these spiritual lessons and become to this better person, and I not have to leave my old habits behind, or my old hangout buddies behind, right? But you kind of have to pick in a way, because it's either things stay the same and they stay the same, right? Or we do something different to get something different. And I think another part of you too doesn't want to feel like you're giving up too soon on something, like you may be getting impatient, or someone's getting impatient. So you want to make sure you give everything like it's due. I guess you say due diligence, you know what I mean? You want to make sure you give everything a fair chance, but at the same time, like, is it holding you back, or is it propelling you forward? And also remember that it may not just be people. This can be your job. This can be a mindset, you know, especially if you're trying to move on to something before you've really fully finished something else. That could be a problem too. You know, this option looks interesting, but maybe perhaps I should close the door, or close, you know, something else up first, okay? And then with the Five of Cups, we're talking about still crying over spilled milk, right? We're still crying over a situation that's kind of dead and gone. Or a ship that has sailed. That's a good word. And I will say, for some of you, it's not that the ship has sailed, more than I think that there's like some baggage or some thought processes that are attached to whatever it is that you're trying to be pushed away from. And it's like you have to let that stuff go in order for anything new to grow and flourish the way that it's supposed to. Ooh, getting a good message. I think that's where home comes in at, right? Because home, although can be a sanctuary, can sometimes be a little bit of a comfortable prison, right? Do you need more of a sanctuary? Do you need more of a place to rest and be peaceful? Or is being in chaos your comfort zone? Are we too used to craziness? Are we too used to problems? Are we too used to friction that when we're comfortable, we make a mess there too? Or is it vice versa? You know, we need a place like that. We need a place of comfort. You decide that, Aquarius. That's for you to decide. So let's see. I'm gonna clarify your love and relationships and see what comes up. What messages do you have for Aquarius in their love and relationships? My word. Okay, so we have Glam It Up. I didn't even have to really pull for that. That says bring your A game. Hitting the town, making an effort. Edgy venue, finishing touches. We have Proposal. Okay. Getting proposed to, surprised gift, something that is proposed, things moving to the next level, and then you have sleep on it. Okay. Think before you speak, get some rest. Don't self-sabotage, call it a day, need a break, sleep deprived. For some of you, this is an interesting message because for some of you, you are in a happy, healthy relationship. There's a lot of happy, wonderful things going on in that relationship. Again, you could be moving in with your significant other. You could be, it's a new house, or you know what I mean? Like you guys are taking things to the next level. Things are looking good. Things are feeling good. But then there's like also this pressure, and I'm straight channeling right now. There's this pressure to kind of do things perfectly and do things right, or do things a certain way. And that may be where the self-sabotage comes in, right? Because you may be trying to overwork, overdo, always be new, always, you know what I mean? Blah, 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 blah. And that may be getting in the way of how abundant this next chapter can be in your life, right? Again, there may be old habits from an old place that you're bringing into a new place, right? And it doesn't have to be a physical one, but I think for some of you, it is a physical one. If you always got up at 7 a.m. and took a run, and now you're at a new place, a new environment, and now you're realizing I can't get up and you know what I'm saying, make that same route, or maybe I can't get up at 7 a.m. because of my commute is different. Something of that nature. You may have to realize that what you're comfortable doing, you have to change, right? Some of you may be trying, if you are single, you may be trying to get back on someone's good side, making an effort, giving them gifts, giving them a phone call, stuff like that. But think about it. And make sure you're really ready for that transition before you make it, okay? So real quick, any clarity for Aquarius and their finances in August? All right. Clover, lucky break, gamble, good fortune, chance. Your career could be finances, working outdoors, taking a risk, and surprises. Surprises keep coming up, so that may be something that comes up for you this month. Sealed, business contract, gifts of money. There goes another surprise, right? You could be in writing, paperwork, clerical. Maybe we're considering making a job change, but no longer considering it. Okay. And then there's also rough patch. Borrowing money. I'm sorry. Then there's also skull. Rough patch, borrowing money, low on cash. You could be a hospice, working at a hospice. You could be working at a hospice, a healer, not working, or reinventing yourself. Or maybe you could be an inventor. I don't know. Okay. I do sense that there could possibly be some money problems this month. But I feel like there are money problems that you're going away from. Because I think you're going into a period where money's good. And there's like something is changing for the better. And like so more money is able to come in. I just would say be careful about old habits dying hard. And you taking the newfound sense of money and doing something with it kind of outlandish, because now you have the space to do so, right? Like, okay, well, you know, the bills are less now, so let me go and buy a new red car. Like, oh, maybe not. You know what I mean? Okay, Aquarius, but money looks good. Business contracts look good. Signing contracts, documents, you know, new home, like all of that stuff looks great. But it's almost about like, what do you do with it when you get it? Okay, my love? Thank you so much for watching this quick read, Aquarius. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. I love you. Bye. Hey, Pisces. Welcome to your quick read for August 2023. Let's get into this oracle card to see what your theme is. And your theme is trust. Okay. Now, we're going to see what your tarot cards say about trust, because I think that this may be one of those things where you have to figure out what your intuition is telling you from this reading. This card could be telling you to trust. Someone may come to you with a secret, needing someone to be vulnerable with this month, and so you may have to be their rock this month. On the other hand, it could be that you need to, you know, kind of keep things to yourself from now and kind of trusting yourself and yourself only. And I think, honestly, in some way that's the direction it's going. Now, I'm not sure if this is advising you against it or if it's telling you to go that way. I just think for some of you, you may have something in your mind that you're trying to do, and you may not need and or want too many people's opinion on it this month. And not because people are untrustworthy, more than I think sometimes when we have an idea of something, we don't need it muddied up by other people's opinions or the ways in which that they would do something, right? But let's see what our cards say. What does Pisces need to know about August 2023? Woof. What will Pisces experience? Sun, Moon, and Rising, what will they experience in August 2023? Judgment in reverse. What will Pisces experience in August 2023? Ace of Swords in upright. What does Pisces need to know about August 2023? Spirit guides, make it abundantly clear. My word, y'all cards are coming out all type of crazy. Knight of Swords. I'm sorry, King of Swords, and then this is King of Wands upright. Knight of Wands. I see some good stuff has some potential to come this month for you, right? But I kind of have more of a channeled message for you. So with the Judgment card in reverse, I feel like some of you have had a lot of disappointment, right? Maybe not recently, but at some point in your life, there was a lot of disappointment and you've kind of made it like a part of your personality. Whatever it is, you may have decided to close off, maybe not speak as much, or maybe when you do speak, you kind of speak from a place of fear, or you may have talents that you don't necessarily want to share with this Ace of Swords. This can be writing, this can be speaking, this could be ideas that you have. Like, it's something that you kind of keep close to your heart. And again, back to that trust, right? Like opening up and trusting. You may have closed off a part of you a long time ago for protection. Let's keep it real. For self-protection, for self-preservation. And now it's starting to kind of show up in a way where you are not speaking, not being yourself, or when you do speak, it's kind of coming from a place to control the situation or control how you're being perceived, right? A little bit of a form of manipulation. And this is not judgment. I'm just speaking what's here. But instead of being completely 100% open with yourself, completely 100% open with your situation, you're deciding not to speak at all. And this month in August, I think that's going to be tested, right? You're going to be almost encouraged to speak up, make decisions, show how much of a genius you are. And you'll be excited to do it. And honestly, it'll bring you a lot of success, right? It'll bring a lot of greatness, okay? For you to get out of that comfort zone, for you to kind of overlook that old story, that judgment that you made of yourself, that judgment you've allowed other people to put on you, pushing that to the side, opening up and kind of pushing forward and doing something that you want to do, right? Pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. We love that for you. For some of you, it could be somebody around you. Signs that come up are air signs, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And on the other hand, another sign could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So they could also be doing it. So maybe you're doing it for these people or they're inspiring you to do that. Vice versa. Again, there is a little bit of being careful because I do think there's somebody around you who's particularly nosy, and or somebody around you who may take your ideas or what you say and kind of use them in a way, you know what I'm saying, that's not necessarily what you meant or flattering. And even if, let's say they have you pinned, right? Like they have what your intention are or what they think of you pinned. I think you're in a place where you need to kind of protect and self-preserve like the growth that you've already made for yourself. Because something about this critique, this mindset, this manipulation, whoever this person is, or even if it's within you, could really turn you around if you don't protect yourself. Like, you know, you're doing good, you're getting out of your shell, you're going to express something. Yes, I'm going to share, but I'm also going to like keep to myself how I do this thing. Do you get what I'm saying? So for an example, let's say you have an idea to start a business, right? Or maybe let's say this, you want to be a content creator. And so you have this idea, and so you start putting up content, right? But then someone, a family member may come to you and, you know, and say something about it. You know, I think you should do it this way, or I don't like the way you do it. And it took you a lot to do what you're doing. So it's like for them to come with this critique, it's easy for you to, oh, you're right, I am sucking right now. Like, you know what I mean? Even if you don't see yourself as that person, I think it's certain people in our lives that make us feel that way, you know? So it's like, it's best for you to, yes, I'm sharing this and I want you to see it and be a part of it, but I'm not necessarily going to give you the details or how I do it. Or I'm not necessarily going to let what you say affect me, because this is actually going to be good for me, right? And then we have the Eight of Wands. Good news, upcoming positive resolutions, positivity, things coming in fast. So it's going to be a very inspiring month. It's going to be a very like forward moving month. Things are going to be happening fast. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like, I don't think that this feels like you don't have control over it though. I will say that. I think a lot of things are happening fast, but I think you have a lot of it in your grasp. I think there might be people who are helping you who are not this individual. Okay, but it seems like it's going by really fast. So I wouldn't be surprised if you said it to yourself, like, man, August has sped up. Like, what the hell is happening? So let's get some clarity in your career and finances. What does Pisces need to know about their career and finances in August? What do my Pisces need to know about their career and finances in August? One more. Anything else? Thank you, Spirit guides. So we have wings. Love to see it. Wings, rising above money issues. Your business is taking off. Profit. Career, spiritual work, life purpose, and mission. Love that for you. Book. Okay, so we have paperwork, contracts, learning as you go, writing, taking a class, education, and law. Okay, so some of you that, like, I just get this feeling of you spreading your wings. You could be trying to go to school. Someone around you may be going to school, taking up writing, maybe getting more into that writing, whereas before you weren't doing it before. Like, I feel like you're definitely moving towards something that speaks to you, especially if you're a business owner as well. Like I said, that entrepreneurial spirit, you may be coming up like and going after something you want to do, spreading your wings. Okay, we have gift, giving and receiving, sudden windfall, generosity. So that means you could possibly work in financial support. You could be going on vacation. There could be a work surprise. And then your last one is nugget. Okay, small increase, valuable info, honest assessment. Okay, getting a nugget of information, right? Career, it could be a fresh start, steady work, and career building. So yeah, some of you are building a career. If at the very least starting something new, learning something new, reading something new. It's almost like an extension of who you already are. You're deciding to extend into things that you want to do. So there's a lot of positivity here. A lot of positivity here, Pisces. Like, it's almost like a windfall of abundance. I really don't see any negatives aside from what's going on up here. How are we talking about ourselves? Can we trust ourselves? Are we trusting ourselves enough to spread our wings? We got wings here and wings here. Don't you let us see it? New information. Being open to being a beginner for somebody very specific. You don't need to know everything to be on the right path. Okay, any love messages for my Pisces in August? Real quick, Spirit guides. Any love messages for my... Any love messages, love and relationship messages for my Pisces in August, Spirit guides? Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. What do my Pisces need to know? August 2023. Interesting. Okay. Girl, a lot is trying to come out. Island time. So yeah, I mentioned that earlier really quick. Maybe traveling, going on vacation. But it also says in your own time. Take your time. Having a relaxed attitude and being more lighthearted. Yes, there's a relaxed energy going on here. Wicked. Mischievous. Not harmful. Dangerous. False portrayal. Beware. Kicking it, in control, talented, driven, bad habits, trying to score a team player and accomplishing goals. And then we have teasing, flirtatious, having a crush, keeping it airy and fun. For some of you, and this could be just for single people, but it also could be if you're in a relationship. I think for some of you, you may just be enjoying your singlehood, being relaxed in your relationships. If it's not romantic, I think there's just a lightness to your social life in August. I don't think too much is happening. You're probably trying to keep it okay. Like I said, just be aware of this naughty, this mischievous person, this person who's a little manipulative, who's kind of like doing a lot of talking and lying, but they're not really getting anything done. That may be someone that you need to look out for. Very specifically, you may have someone that you can keep it light with, and then you have someone that you're not sure of. So, follow the good feelings. And not in a bad way, but just, sometimes when you have that intuitive feeling, sometimes we have to follow those, okay? But otherwise, it seems really light. I think all of your interactions, for the most part, are going to be happy this month, except for this one person. Or at least you're going to try to be more calm, okay? Someone could also be playing a sport or wanting to, so that may be something that comes up. Yeah, cracking jokes. It seems like a very lighthearted time, except for this one person. Okay, but that's just a quick little read. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Pisces, if it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. I love you and hope you're having an awesome day. Bye. Hey Aries, welcome to your quick read for August 2023. Let's hop into this oracle card to get your theme for the month. And that theme is protection. Okay, so with protection, self-explanatory, needing to protect your energy for sure. I think for some of you, you may need to retreat from a situation and kind of quietly, especially if you're already assessing, or maybe you need to assess what's really going on with it, and then kind of backing away from it. So it can be before or after. You either see it and then retreat, or you retreat first so that you can see what's really going on. And this can be from a person, this can be from an environment. Me being an Aries myself, I think the energy that I'm sensing is like a needing to retreat overall, like from everything, because it's so busy that it when things are too chaotic, it's hard for me to really assess like what needs to stay, what needs to go. So sometimes I feel like I need to retreat so that I can like calmly see everything. So that may be the energy that you're in August, Aries, Sun, Moons, and Risings. So let's see, let's clarify. What does Aries need to know about August 2023, Spirit? Make it abundantly clear. Okay, Temperance. Needing to get realigned. Okay, what does Aries need to know about? Yeah, Queen of Cups in reverse. What does Aries need to know about August 2023? Jesus Christ. King of Cups, Four of Wands in reverse. And I'm going to actually keep shuffling because those was too wild. 2 cards. What does the zodiac sign Aries need to know about August 2023? Okay, the Lovers, and then we also have the Knight of Cups. A lot of cups, my love. And then 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So there's a lot of ways this can go. But I know one thing's for sure. With Temperance, that we do need to restore balance. We need to get realigned, okay, in August 2023. So that may be what you're feeling, especially if you feel like you've been a little bit emotional and a little bit insecure. And I don't necessarily mean it in the way that we normally would mean it. I think I mean it in kind of the literal sense. Like if you were normally secure and sure of yourself, maybe these last couple months or this month, you may start off feeling a little bit unsure of yourself, maybe a little dramatic and a little like emotional. Do you know what I mean? Like we're a little caught up in the drama. And so we need to restore our sense of self again, our sense of balance, our emotional intelligence, our almost emotional security. You know what I mean? We need to get back on a level. And this can look like many things. If you feel like you've been too tired, if you feel like you've been manic, if you feel like, a love situation or a person has been driving you up a wall and you're trying to figure it out. I think this month, again, withdrawing and the imagery that I'm getting is like someone this is so dramatic, but like your emotions and who you are is like spilled and melted, and now you're just trying to like sop it back up. You know what I mean? And then like I said, it will look different for all of you, but it's just something like went all out, and now you're like, okay, let me get back to me. Let me get back together. So you may have to withdraw and protect yourself a little bit and kind of be your own support. So like I said, for some of you, this will look different. Now, for others of you, you may be in this form, right? But you need to meet someone who's more like you meet someone this month that's more supportive. They support you being not fully your full self. And you may have to like work through those feelings of like, this person is seeing me at my little worst where I'm not doing anything but giving drama, okay? But they still are trying to show you like they can be supportive. And it's almost like a way of the universe kind of encouraging you to allow that love in. And this may not even be romantic. This can be a friendship. This can be someone else that's just trying to provide like a supplemental love outside of yourself. Like absolutely get your own self-love. We definitely need that. But I also will say that this can be someone else coming in to support that as well. Again, another scenario is that you do that for yourself, that you realize that you need to withdraw, you need to get back to your balance because something got you messed up. You need to get back to you, or you're gonna quite lose it, especially if you find yourself getting away from who you were. If you were confident before and loving your life before and enjoying things before, and then you started to get away from that, now it's like, let's get back to the little things. Let's get back to the things that make me happy and choose myself again, okay? So again, you see where that goes for you. But I think for some of you too, there is someone who's causing this. I'm gonna be honest. It's a lot of people here in this reading. And I feel like there's someone that may be causing this imbalance because you saw them so greatly and so perfectly matched for you. Again, it does not have to be romantic. But then it just became one-sided all of a sudden. It was all about them, or maybe you're the only one texting back, or vice versa. This could be you that's being a little, emotionally distant. But either way, balance needs to be restored. And I think for some of you, you may be seeking connection. And it doesn't even just mean in a romantic sense. And I think that's where some of this is coming from. Because when we're tired, emotionally drained, or like confused, we may find ourselves trying to like force other people to act certain ways so that we feel better. So be careful about that this month, or vice versa, someone doing it to you. But I think that at the heart of it, it's just about wanting connection, a certain connection. Because for some of you, you may have friends and family in abundance, but you may want love, or you vice versa. You know what I mean? You may want something like that. So finding ways to provide that to yourself so you can get out of this energy of needing to like almost emotionally blackmail or put yourself and other people in a position to have to give it to you, or vice versa. You deserve it. So I almost feel like this month you kind of get it, whether it's externally or internally. You kind of get the love that you're searching for. But it also starts with you loving yourself, right? Roses may be a big deal. A water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Someone being distant, selfish, self-centered may be important. Self-concerned is the best word. Like they don't care about anybody's emotions but their own. So clarity. What does Aries need to know about their love and relationships in August? Any clarity for Aries in their love and relationships in August? Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do they experience in their love and relationships in August 2023? Spirit, one more card. Anything else? Thank you. Okay, we have Shay. Okay, nervous or too nervous to ask you out. It takes a minute. The answer is maybe, second guess. Again, remember we need to assess something, right? Okay, rocking it. Being yourself, confident, loud, and proud, hitting the right note, harmonies. Remember, harmonious, harmonies. Concert and showing off. Reckless, acting recklessly. Getting lit, volatile, relationship or personality. Use precautions / protection. Okay, didn't we say that? Ooh, one thing about spirit, they're gonna confirm. Gratuity. Okay, being gracious, abundant mindset, high frequency, positivity, attracting what you want, right? I can sum these up pretty fast. I'm gonna say that there's a relationship and or person that is really emotionally or like it's something about someone or something about your relationships, maybe even yourself, that is making you really like it's volatile. It just makes you want to react a certain way. It kind of brings up negative reactions out of you. So the best way to combat that is by restoring your own harmony, your own confidence. Once you do that, you can see the situation clearly, right? You can see whether or not this situation is for your highest good. But I don't think that you're out of options. So I do want to tell somebody, if you are single and you're looking at one option, you still have multiple. There's a few people that are interested in you, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do try to ask you out this month, kind of like in a roundabout way. If you're single, only if you're single. But I feel like you have an option, but you may be focusing on the one option that is making you act crazy. Okay, and the same with your other relationships. Again, if you just want connection, you miss your mom, you miss your cousin, like just be careful about that reaction of like, instead of just saying I miss you, like somebody throwing a tantrum, like something like that comes up, right? But once you get into this abundance mindset again, once you get into this confidence again, you're back at it. You're literally going to dang near manifest exactly what you asked for as soon as you do that. And I know it's easier said than done. Even sometimes I say it to myself, right? It's easier said than done. But the problem is just your mindset, the frequency you're on. And we're only being given where we're at. You know what I mean? Well, not only, because you can attract what's, lower frequencies if you're at a higher one. But I would just say that you're more likely to know the difference when you're at a high frequency, okay? You get more good than bad. So clarity for my Aries. in their career and finances really quick before we close out. Anything else Aries needs to know about their career and finances in August 2023? What are my Aries experiencing in August 2023? Anything else in their career and finances? I don't see too much coming out, Aries. So that means money might be good, right? Ooh, heart. Emotional expending, joint finances, being supported. A career that you may be into, a counselor, guide, or having a job that you love. Coffin, bad investment, financial challenges and savings. Career, you may be working in an office, work the night shift, or be losing or ending a job. Overspending. Aries, be careful about overspending. Be careful about investing in things. I would even beg to argue people. Okay, be careful about investing in things before you really have a full understanding of how you use them, how they'll benefit you, if they'll benefit you. That may be a big thing this month. So be careful about heavy spending, especially spending to make yourself feel better or to think that you're like filling in a hole, because that's the problem. Don't give that stuff that much money. I mean, that much attention, that much energy, okay? Spending from your emotions. Some of you may be interested in going to a therapist. That is for you. I would also just make sure that it's affordable for you, though. Like, make sure you set it up in a way where you actually can continue to go. Otherwise, it'll kind of backfire on you a little bit. But that may be something you're interested in. Okay, so just be careful with your money, Aries, this month. And take care of yourself, my love. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. Remember that I love you, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye. Hey, Taurus, welcome to your quick read for August 2023. Let's hop into this oracle card. This one will tell you what your theme of the month will be. So, new beginnings. We let us see that. Okay, so with new beginnings, and I'm actually going to put this here. So new beginnings basically means that things are happening for you, obviously, but there's also an energy of like something needing to go first. And so you guys some of you may be, yes, coming into new things and getting excited about new opportunities and maybe even relationships, but then there's also some that are ending, and for some of you it just looks like changing, right? Like they haven't fully went away, but it's like, okay, maybe I don't talk to this person as much as I used to, or maybe I'm not into this thing that I used to be seriously into anymore. It's like you're starting over, but right now for some of you, it may be a over focus on the fact that you're losing something, or you're no longer passionate about something, or something like that. So it may not feel like a new beginning at first, but then it's like the more you look around, you're like, oh, okay, like I'm doing other things and new opportunities, and like I'm excited. So August will be new. Let's just say that, all right? So let's see. What does Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to know about August 2023? What are they experiencing? Okay, 9 of Wands out first. That's a great start, right? 6 of Wands. Awesome. 5 of Cups. 2 more. What is Taurus experiencing in August 2023? What do they need to know about August 2023, Spirit? Give it to me again. What does Taurus need to know about August 2023? Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Tauruses need to know about August 2023? 3 of Swords. What is the zodiac sign Taurus experiencing in August? Fool card. What does Taurus need to know about August 2023? What are they experiencing? What is Taurus experiencing in August? King of Cups. Interesting. Didn't expect it to go that way, okay? A water sign could be relevant for you this month, Taurus, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Doesn't have to be, but I just wanted to put that out there, especially with this guy sitting here. There's some excitement coming into August 2023, especially if for some of you, it feels like you're getting a chance to do something, and it may almost feel like your last chance. Now, this won't resonate for everybody, but I just sense that you're getting an opportunity to do something, and then you're probably either putting your all into it, or like just finally like putting in the work that you know that you could have been putting in this whole time, putting the effort, I guess, because it's not that you weren't putting in the work before, but I feel like this feels different because it's almost like banking on something. It's, like I said, it's either your last chance to do it, or it's like you're so close to it. You're so close to the success you want to see that you're just like, I'm going to put everything I have into making sure that this happens, or at least making the best out of this opportunity. So that actually kind of works out for you. For some of you, I get this sense of like something was so hard before, figuring something out, trying to get something done. It was so hard before that like now you have like extra resilience, extra determination behind it, because you just like, ain't no way like this is gonna go, you know what I mean, any other way but the way I want it to go. So there's some positivity there. But now there's a little bit of heartbreak. And remember earlier we were talking about how we would have to let go of some relationships, right? So there could be a heartbreak. For some of you, this may just be I sense a little bit of loneliness coming from some of this, like where it's like maybe you feel like you're the only person that understands something, or you're the only person that's into something. Maybe there's still like a sadness in the background, because it's like, yeah, all these great things are coming in and happening for me, but now I kind of feel a little sad that I have to let go of XYZ, or that I couldn't have done it with so-and-so, or, you know, in these circumstances. Something like that is going on. But for some of you, it's plain loneliness. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like I think some people are just a little disappointed by something, maybe a little bored. That may be something that's coming up, but it's not heavy on your heart. It's just, for some of you, I think it's just something that is in the background. So it's like there's this success, but then there's like the double-edged sword of, damn, like I wish it would have went this way. And back to the good though, like for some of you, you may be inspiring other people. You may get the recognition you've been trying to get. For some of you, this is like your influencer career taking off, or, you know, you're getting appreciated at work, or something that you've been wanting to do is like actually finally gets off the ground, or at least you get kind of like a little bit of a pat on the back, a little bit of recognition. Now, for some of you, you may be questioning if you deserve this or if you can do it. And so I'm going to just, whoever needs to hear it, like I'm gonna say, you deserve it. You do deserve it. You can do it. You can get it done. You can't finish it, okay? Because I think somebody might be questioning whether or not they deserve this opportunity, or deserve this person, or deserve, like, whatever it is that's going well, it's going great. And I think also for some of you, you may not expect it to go the way that it goes. Like, you may realize that you may have been a little naive when it comes to this process, whatever it is. Like, oh, I didn't expect this to come along with it. Or maybe that's the thing. You didn't expect to have to lose something in order to gain whatever this is. And I also want to warn against, not even warn, but I guess put out there may be somebody who isn't doing their part. They're a little bit like emotionally led. Because, you know, the King of Cups in reverse can be a very like dramatic, emotionally like extra type of person. Like, they're emotionally intelligent in the worst way, where they're just almost a little too emotional, or a little too in their mind about how they feel. And this feels like someone who you want to rely on them, and you want to kind of fall back on this person, but they're almost a little unstable. And, you know, earth signs, period, but especially Taurus, need that stability. And it's like this person, or whoever this situation, is just a little rocky for you, for your taste. Like I said, they may be motivated by emotion. So it's like, today they may tell you that they're going to do XYZ, or that they're down to do XYZ, and then all of a sudden they get a feeling or a thought, and now it's something different. And so it kind of creates the drama that this person may say that they're trying to avoid, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. So that may be something that comes up for some of you this month. Things that I'm randomly tasting. I taste a sandwich. Something about a sandwich, or like having a sandwich, but it feels like a cold sandwich, like something that is pre-made. Random, but, you know, sometimes I pick up on stuff, so that doesn't apply. Let it fly. I'm just saying, you may be eating a sandwich on a field trip, or being forced to eat a sandwich, or like maybe you just been having a lot of sandwiches lately. Something. Instagram may be important. I just got a notification for that. Or like some sort of platform where you're putting your art out. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna do some quick little messages from your love deck to see if there's anything going on there. Taurus, what does Taurus need to know about their love and relationships in August 2023? What do you need to know about their love and relationships in August 2023? All of my Tauruses, what are they experiencing in their relationships in August? Anything else for them? All the Taurus is experiencing their love and relationships in August. One more. Anything else for Taurus in their love and relationships? What about Tauruses in relationships? What are they experiencing in their relationship in August? Okay. Interesting. And again, take this with a grain of salt. This is too general for it to be, you know what I mean, right on the head. This is just coming from what I can see. But if you're single for the most part, and maybe not even if you're single, but there's kind of like teasing, kind of playing, you know, teasing, flirting, having a crush, being silly, being flirtatious, just joking around, messing around, and then we have take a chance. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah. And it says, go for it. Set your intention for a positive outcome. You can't win if you don't play. So for some of you, you may be kind of out in these streets. But I feel like for some of you, you may just be flirting with the opportunity to be in a relationship, not really taking it serious. I don't see any like player energy going on for the most part. It's just more so like you putting yourself out there and kind of grabbing at what comes. For some of you, I'm sensing a situationship though. It's given very much like friends with benefits type of thing, or just not taking someone serious, who you probably should take serious, or not even that you should take them seriously romantically, but there's something about needing to figure out what goes on in that relationship that may come up. I don't really get the what are we question more than I get the like, we need to figure out what we're doing before we get too far into like marriage land and we end up doing something. But otherwise, I think most of you are like a free agent who are watching this and you just mind your business. Now, there's secrecy that comes up in a relationship if you guys are romantically involved. And it says an affair, hiding something, use discretion, surprise, collaborate, protecting, denying, and risk. Okay. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to leave that for you to decide on your intuition, because I don't want to say anyone's having an affair. And honestly, that's not necessarily what I'm picking up, more than I'm picking up someone who's not being upfront with how they feel in a relationship. Like if they feel kind of neglected, or they feel like they're not getting what they need from a relationship, I feel like that may be something that's coming up. Now, it could be very much of an affair and somebody hiding something this month, but you'll know. Okay, clarity on their career and finances. Just one card, Spirit. Clarity on Taurus's career and finances in August. Okay, real quick. Face, money, skills, investor, taking a risk, face, value. And there goes that risk again. Your career, you may be self-made. And there go your confirmation with the ambulance. You may be self-made, you may have some sort of fame or exposure, and you may have some type of reputation. Or maybe that's something that I'm picking up, like you may be going after that this month, trying to get your business off the ground, trying to get your marketing going, something of that nature. And then we have coffin. Okay, bad investment, financial challenges, savings. Career, you could have work in the office, you could work the night shift, or you could be done with a job like you used to work, but you don't anymore, or you don't work at a certain place anymore, so you're looking, something of that nature. There's a lot of take a chance energy for you, Taurus, in August. And I think that comes into your career as well. It's like, I think for some of you, you may be leaping into a new career path, or just trying to get into something that you've pushed off before. Again, a new beginning. Or even for some of you, I'm getting refreshed energy. So like where you may have been just kind of going with the flow with work or with your daily life. This month, you may say to yourself, you know what, I'm gonna do something different, which is where this comes from. This is my last chance. This is my last effort. Let me just see what happens, right? That may be something that comes up. And for a lot of you, it pays off, right? With fame and the Six of Wands, there's some success. There's some being seen. There's some fame that comes along with that. So you can get excited about that for sure. Just be careful about, because I don't want to say taking chances that you're not going to win, because I mean, that's what life is about, is taking a risk. Just be careful about betting the whole like house before you have any sort of idea if you're going to get an investment back. Like, make sure you're doing your research, because we don't want this naivety to come out and then you realize like, oh, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. Like, I kind of messed up. Okay, my love. So just making sure we're making sound risk for the most part, at least until we know, like, you know, we can't fail, or we're not going to be in a worse state later. So it's a difference between like, okay, I'm okay with losing, but it's a whole different thing if you like plummet. Okay, my love. But that's all I'm saying for you for August 2023. Thank you so much for watching this quick read, Taurus. And if it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. Remember that I love you, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye. Hey, Gemini, welcome to your reading for August 2023. Let's get into this oracle card. This card will tell you your theme for the overall month. So the theme is well-being. And with well-being, you can pretty much guess what that might mean, Gemini. There's a sense of needing to like take better care of yourself and work on your health, maybe eating better, maybe, you know, taking care of, I don't know, other things that you may be neglecting. But this card for you, Gemini, is giving me something different. It's making me feel as though there are ways that you may have been neglecting yourself that don't necessarily all go to health. This can be how you feel about your physical appearance. This can be how you feel about your life. Behaviors that you feel like you're kind of tired of repeating. You know, maybe your house, your home, your new job. Like it's something like, it's like a holistic view of like wanting to change everything so that you feel better about yourself and so you can be more productive. And this may look different from each and every one of you, because you may be happy with, let's say, your physical appearance, but you may not necessarily like how you feel about your job. And you know what I mean? So you may want to make some changes there. Or you may not feel good about your physical appearance, so that keeps you from going out. So it's really about healing certain aspects of yourself so that you can have more self-esteem, so that you can go after the things that you want, okay? So what does Gemini need to know about August 2023? What are my Geminis experiencing in August 2023? Sun, Moon, and Rising. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, what does Gemini need to know about August 2023? What do my Geminis need to know about August? Ooh, the Lovers in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do they need to know about August 2023? What will they experience in August? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, 4 of Wands. What's going on? Gemini, smile, Pooh. What do they need to know about August 2023? Anything else they're experiencing in August 2023? Thank you. 5 of Swords. My word. Okay. A Sagittarius or maybe another fire sign may be relevant. A Virgo could be relevant for you. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, so essentially, Gemini, what I'm picking up is there's a little bit of dissatisfaction, maybe going on in the home, maybe going on with finances, maybe even in relationships, maybe codependency may be coming into a play. I don't think this is necessarily a breakup. It could be. There could be just miscommunication and also just kind of like a tug of war kind of thing going on between you and maybe a partner. And don't always think of the Lovers as just romantic. This can be friendships as well. This can be just feeling like, you know, it's somebody that you really care deeply about and you guys can't seem to get on the same page. And for some of you, you may be making your identity like too dependent on this relationship. For some of you, you may live with this person. Again, it could be your lover, but it also can be a sibling, something of that nature, where it's like you just can't seem to get on the same page and it's causing issues. And the first thing I heard when I seen the Hermit in reverse is that you want to be alone, right? Or you may feel like you want to kind of go within yourself or deal with your things by yourself is something that's coming up. But it's almost like you kind of can't because you're being faced with like this person, this situation, this problem. You may not be able to ghost this, Gemini. You may not be able to get away from this, or vice versa. This may be someone else doing this to you. But you may have to face an issue where you necessarily don't want to. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think that that's the route you need to take. I do think your well-being is important, and I do think the way that you handle these situations will be important. But I don't think that running away, trying to be alone, trying to escape it is going to fix it ultimately. So yeah, especially with the 4 of Wands, there's something going on at the home when we're focused on all the negative and all the drama and all of the problems, and we're trying to figure out like, why is this not going the way that I want it to go? And I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's partially because of, it is miscommunication, it is a fight, it is a little bit of conflict within self. I will say for some of you, because I'm trying not to be too rude about it, but I think for some of you, it's also just not addressing where you may have mishandled something, or vice versa. You know, mishandled a conversation, avoided making something what you really wanted it to be. Again, for some of you, it's avoiding taking care of certain aspects of yourself and like kind of neglecting that so that you can benefit other people. There's something that you kind of have that you could change if you were to move some things around, but you're not quite doing that, so it's kind of manifesting in this way of this dissatisfaction. So it almost feels like, Gemini, you're being forced to make the changes that will make you happy. So it's not 100% that you're a terrible person or that like it's karma and you deserve. It's not all of that. I think in this particular case, sometimes life makes us uncomfortable so that we're forced to do something about what we don't like. And so that brings us to kind of like my next point. With the 10 of Pentacles, we're also talking about chasing luxury, chasing money, chasing status, kind of maybe a financial loss, and like kind of having money on your mind, right? And then we also have with the Magician talking about unused talent, unused potential. For some of you, you're going in a direction or a job or after something that's not necessarily fully satisfying to you in August. Or maybe you may find it's like, I'm working this job and it makes a lot of money, but it's not really what I want to do. Or I'm so focused on making money or focused on doing something because it makes money or gives me status or whatever the case may be that I don't really like it. Like I'm kind of doing it because I heard that it makes a lot of money and that it'll be fun, but not really because that's what I want to do. So being careful about not prioritizing what really speaks to yourself. And I think that's going to be a whole lot of things. And it's not in a selfish way, Gemini. I do want to bring home, this reading isn't about you having to be selfish or like, you know, in that way where it's like, I'm gonna tell everybody no. Because I don't think that that's the problem. I think the issue is building self-confidence. I think it's building trust in who you are and like what you are, and like letting that be your money maker. Not just in a financial sense, but in every other sense. Again, healing aspects of yourself so that you can get what you really want. Because it's not that you're not great. It's not that you don't have the potential to do it. It's not that you're not in the right rooms. More so than I think it's like, how confident am I in it? And it's the same with this relationship or whatever it might be, especially if you're looking for love or you're putting your relationship on like kind of like the top tier. It's taking away from your own self-development, it almost feels like. Or at least you took in too much of a break from that. Now you got to do what speaks to you, okay? So clarity for Gemini in their career and finances. Real quick, because I'm only pulling a couple cards. What does Gemini need to know about their career and finances? Clarity for Gemini in their career and finances in August 2023. Okay. Clarity for Gemini in their career and finances. Yeah, okay. So we have butterfly, sudden change, frivolous spending, short-term loan, careers that you may be involved in, the arts, movement, working a temporary job, or doing something fun, something that you enjoy. Something that also I want to say is like unconventional, social media, party planning, like something like that. Then we have the moon, fleeting funds, unknown source, being guided. Careers that you may be involved in, moonlighting, which means pretty much working two jobs, like working one during the day, one during the night, odd jobs, working the night shift, and working part-time. So some of you are definitely getting into something that isn't a traditional job for sure, or at least trying to. Money may be a little funny, I ain't gonna lie, but I think it's because you're trying to create something, Gemini, or you're more so focused on putting your money towards something you enjoy, and maybe even putting your energy towards something you enjoy, than you are focusing on like a traditional career path. That may be something, but just be careful about just spending all over the place or not really having a plan for your money. Because there are going to be times in life, especially on this spiritual journey, where you are going to want to leap. You know what I mean? You're going to want to just spend the money and see what happens. And I do think that if you get that intuitive feeling to definitely do it. But I think for some of you, it's like, make sure your stability is still there. Like, don't bet, like literally don't sell your house. Like, if that's what you're thinking about doing, you know, when you ain't got a plan for where you gonna live, like that kind of thing. Clarity in Gemini's love and relationships. Any clarity for Gemini's relationships in August? Okay. So pretty good. We have a game face, taking things very seriously, playing to win. Fake it till you make it kind of energy. And then we have bold move. An invitation, being proactive, taking steps, making things happen. A gift for you and someone else. I'm going to be honest. I don't feel like those really reflect what I'm picking up here. But for some of you, the relationships in your life could be good. I think the most that I'm picking up is that most of you, if not all of you, are okay, if you're in a relationship, you are pretty determined that that's your person, and you're gonna make all the effort that you can, even if it's messy, even if there's disharmony, even if there's like foolishness going on. It's almost like, I'm gonna stick with this person regardless. Like, I'm gonna try to, even if we're not happy, I'm gonna act like we happy so we can get where we're trying to go. And then if you're single, it's almost like you have this determination maybe towards getting somebody back, or maybe towards like maybe making changes. I might not care too much, like I don't care for this or that, but I'm gonna basically be happy anyway. Like, even though I may be single, though I may be out without this person, I'm taking my next step in love seriously, or I'm working on myself, like stuff like that. So there's a lot of invitation. There's a lot of stuff that may be going on. I think for a lot of you, your social life is really popping. There's just something going on with the close relationships that maybe need to work on. Overall, in August, Gemini, I think there's going to be a need for you to seek within versus seeking outside of yourself. And you may come to that. Thank you so much for watching this quick read, Gemini. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. Remember, I love you and hope you're having an awesome day. Bye. Hey Cancer, welcome to your quick read for August 2023. Let's go ahead and hop into this oracle card, okay? You actually have two. So we have transformation and we have commitment. So these are your themes for the month. And I think with transformation, for the most part, right? Something about your life is transforming. And for some of you, that's going to look like a commitment. You could be committing to someone, you could get engaged, you could get married, or your commitment to someone or something could be changing, right? That can look like, deciding that what you thought you wanted for the future, you no longer want, or realizing where you're more committed than someone else is, or vice versa, just realizing that, hey, like I want to be more committed to this situation, to this person. For some of you though, transformation sticks out the most. I think this month, I think you guys have been steadily going to like brighter things lately, but I feel like something about the past, something about the recent past where you felt like you were going through a dark time or you were going through things alone, kind of has influenced this next chapter of your life. I feel like for some of you, you've learned so much about yourself, or you've grown so much, or you've become so much more of who you are. You're kind of becoming this butterfly. So you kind of did the darkness alone, walked it alone. Maybe you were misunderstood, or maybe you had people around, but it's just certain aspects that you couldn't explain. You know what I mean? So now it's like, okay, I've done that, and now I have a new understanding of myself and maybe even the relationships and people around me. And now I'm starting to make those changes. So it's a beautiful energy. One where I feel like, just like any sort of change and transformation, it can go from like, I don't know, something beautiful and powerful, but also meaning that you have to shed things in order to get there, right? So let's see. What does Cancer need to know about August 2023? What does the zodiac sign Cancer need to know about August 2023? Spirit guides, make it abundantly clear for me. 8 of Cups. What did we just say? Walking into the sunrise, right? What does Cancer need to know about August 2023? 10 of Cups. In reverse. What's Cancer experiencing? What are my Cancers experiencing in August 2023? Sun, Moon, and Risings. What are they experiencing? Hermit. In reverse. What does Cancer need to know about August 2023? What do they experience in August, Spirit? Page of Pentacles in reverse. What does Cancer need to know about August 2023? Too many cards. What does zodiac sign Cancer need to know about August 2023? Spirit, make it abundantly clear. 4 of Cups. And one more. Woo. Death in reverse, which is interesting because we're talking about transformation. Death is the transformation card in tarot, but it's in reverse. So let's investigate that energy, Cancer. So with the 8 of Cups, we're definitely walking away from something, right? We're letting go. We're really going towards new territory though, because I think that's more so the message for you all. I think you've already been letting go. That was a process within itself. Now it's like, okay, I'm done with that. What's next? And we're walking into that sunset. You see her taking that walk? I think that's what you're doing next, Cancer. You're letting go of certain things. And for some of you, honestly, it's certain expectations. When we're thinking of the 10 of Cups, We're thinking of like relationships in a sense of like unrealistic expectations, maybe not feeling worthy of the fulfillment and the love that we're getting. But I'm not 100% picking that up for you, Cancer. I think there's a little bit of disharmony, maybe emotional overwhelm. Like relationships are changing in a way for you in the month of August. And again, this may not be in your immediate home. So kind of think broadly that there's some type of relationships that are changing. Maybe you're realizing that you're not satisfied with who you're talking to, or maybe you feel like they don't really get it. Like they're there, they support you, they love you, but there may be some aspects where you need a little more support. And so you're almost kind of feeling like a little bit of an outsider, and you have to kind of separate yourself. So there's a part of you that knows that you're on a different journey by yourself, and you're okay with that. But it's almost like a part of you, for some of you, you may want to communicate that. It almost feels like, I want to communicate, I want you to get it, I want you to help me, I want you to, but it's like they don't necessarily get it. So it kind of almost leaves you kind of being dissatisfied, because you're like, I'm trying to get these people on the same page as me, or this person to get it, but it's like we're just not getting there. And it's like almost this push, almost like this push and pull, because you want company on this journey, but you're not necessarily getting it. So you're just like deciding to let it go and do it on your own. Now, I will say for some of you, this doesn't look literal. I just want to emphasize that. For some of you, it's like, I'm in a happy relationship, but when it comes to talking about spirituality, they don't get it. Or when it comes to like, I don't know, I say I want a new job and I want to move, but like they support it, but it's like they're almost doing things opposite of supporting me on this new job. Do you know what I'm saying? It's almost like for some of you, it's something like that, where it's like you feel like you're alone in this one aspect. So you like, in a way, you just like, forget it. I'm going to try to move forward by myself, what you're doing, but it's almost like there's a lack of progress. Maybe you're afraid of what this transformation looks like. Maybe you're like, you know what you have to do, and you're excited about it, but at the same time, dag, I gotta leave some stuff behind. I have to, question these commitments. I gotta question if this person is, these people or this person is actually going to be able to come along with me in the long run, because I'm committed to them, but are they committed to me? Or vice versa. Is this commitment holding me back? Is it like, am I going into a new chapter and it's great, but there are some people or some things that are not taking me as seriously as I'm taking them? There's something going on there, right? So we're dissatisfied a little bit with that, about what the future looks like and what we're being offered, the lack of progress, the lack of being able to plant seeds with certain things and people, right? But I don't think, don't take this as doom and gloom, because I don't really think that that's the full message for you, Cancer. I think this is a great positive thing. I just think it comes with some complications, right? Just like we said, we're doing the dark part alone. If anything, I think your full takeaway from August is going to be almost liberating, because you're going to do things on your own. You're going to realize that you're kind of being pushed to take new steps and do new things, no matter who's beside you, because this is almost for you to do alone, Cancer. Like, you want to transform your life. It's not about cutting people off more than it's like knowing where you need to follow your own path, right? So for that example in the relationship, 333 on the clock. For that example for the relationship, like I said, let's say it's a spiritual thing. You are going in one direction and they're kind of going in another. Okay. Is there a way for us to compromise where I get to explore what I need to explore without this person having to come with you? You know what I mean? Like, considering things like that. Do you have to go with me to do these things? Do you have to believe what I believe in order for me to explore that? That may be the question on your mind in August. Okay, so let's clarify that. What does Cancer need to know about their relationships in August 2023? What is the zodiac sign Cancer experiencing in their relationships in August 2023, Spirit? Yeah, me and my ego. Pride or fear getting in the way, not contacting you but thinking of you often, replaying over in mind. Clarity for my Cancers. What's going on in their relationships in August 2023? Sleep on it. Okay. Think before you speak. Get some rest. Don't sabotage. Call it a day. Need a break. Sleep deprived. Okay. So these cards give me that you may need to take a minute away from a relationship. And this may, and don't even just think romantic. You may just need to take a break from something that's making you question what you want to do. There's also someone who's particularly stubborn. around you too. And they may not be stubborn with you, like they may not be trying to cause issues with you, but I think it's like their energy is kind of stern and stubborn. So sometimes it may keep you from doing certain things because you don't want to like activate their stubbornness. But okay, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, but there's some pride and some fear getting in the way. Again, like I said, some relationships you have to let go that you wish were coming with you. Things of that nature. But you know what path that you are on, right? So give things a rest if they need a rest. You know, if you feel like everything's always getting heated, or someone has unrealistic expectations, or, you know, you just can't seem to always get on the same page. For a second, maybe it's time to like sit back, right? Also, I'm picking up for someone that your ego may feel a little bruised by someone. Their lack of interest in what you have going on, or lack of wanting to do what you feel like it's something going on there, right? So I think space is probably the best thing for it. Not touching the subject, not because you want to avoid, not because you're like afraid of the smoke, more than I think for some of you, just so that you both can kind of calm down and think through what it means to everyone involved, right? Maybe egos get in the way of your relationships as well. For somebody, you're single and you've been looking and you haven't found what you're looking for. And so that's what's dissatisfying. Okay. So real quick, let's pull a card for your career and finances. Any messages for Cancer in their career and finances in August? I'm going to put those down. Okay, so we have heart. Yeah. Emotional spending, joint finances being supported. The careers you could be in is counselor, guide, or maybe having a job that you love. And then we have hand. I think was that other kind of like a little bitty heart there too. Manifesting money, reaching goals, financial assistance, career you may work hands-on, or you may need help getting a job, right? Money's actually looking really good. I think for some of you, you may be involved in a heart-based venture or something that's near and dear to you that you've been wanting to do for a long time, which I love for you guys. Some of you could be looking for a job, but I think it has more to do with because you're looking for a job that suits and fits who you are and what you want to do. I think that's where some of you, you know, where your mind may be at. Something that you want to do. Money looks, like I said, money looks good for the most part, especially if you have a partner, like it's stable. It's, you know what I mean? It's doing what it needs to do. But just be careful about someone's emotional spending. And maybe for some of you, that may be where the problem comes in, is that you want to spend money a certain way and that person may not want to. You know what I mean? Like you feel like we should do it this way and they want to do it the opposite way. So that may be causing issues as well. But I think for the most part, money looks decent for you guys in August. Just make sure you're reaching for those goals and remember that it's about your journey and not about trying to wrangle everybody up to go in the same direction as you. You're being called to go where you're being called to go for a reason, okay? Cancer, thank you so much for watching this reading. If it resonated for you, please go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe below, and follow me on IG for daily zodiac updates. Remember that I love you, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye.